Okay, so it's been 3 weeks, so I'll give
It's been a month.
decent. It's been almost a month, yeah.
It's been a month. Last recording date was a month ago.
Wow, that's a bummer. So I'll give a decent recap. Last we left off, Declan and Florian and the gang seemingly dispelled the Dayflower of its demon problem, and they decided to go out and look for a little bit of work to maybe line their pockets a little bit. They found their way. First, you guys went to the blacksmith, I believe, to pick up your shield and do a little bartering, and you convinced Olaf to come to the grand opening of what would now be named the Edge of Oasis. And you went to the Ember's post office and got yourself a little work conscribed to you. You decided you're going to go to this house in the Artificer's District and clear it out of ghouls who were supposedly infesting the house. And you guys went there and blew the fucking doors off the house and killed all the fucking ghouls. Then made your way upstairs to find this disgusting kind of blood Goliath, and you slayed it as well. And you got the job done. Then you guys decided to take a killer bath at the Enchanted Waters bathhouse, and all got your own custom scents
Strawberry
to
cream. I remember that.
to fragrance yourselves. And then you made your way back home. And as you did, Edwin, I believe his name, was there, and he was playing beautiful music to the crowd. The kind of big, bulbous-looking human guy with kind of a dorky haircut. And a couple halflings peered through the door and knocked on it, and you guys began just kind of having a jolly night, and that's where we left off. You guys want to pick up there, or do you guys want to have a long rest and pick up in the morning? You can just do whatever you guys want to do. What do you think?
I haven't had enough to drink yet. That's what I think.
I don't know about any actions. I think I might just vote for the rest.
Probably.
Because I need to heal really bad too.
So you guys were kind of hurt, right? Yeah, that's right. You guys had a bit of a goal fight.
If he's hurt, I'm probably hurt.
So we'll say that you guys and the halflings, you eat some food and go to bed, and they say that they're going to come back tomorrow for the grand opening. And you guys make your way to your beds and fall asleep after what was a long day's rest of slaying ghouls, and at one point you're completely covered head to toe in blood. And then you find rest. And the night passes, and 8 hours go, and you guys begin to wake up, and you hear the busy sounds of Fizzit and Speed downstairs preparing the Edge of Oasis for its grand opening. You Declan, you especially hear Fizzit outside trying to like cobble together the door where the shrine once was, trying to like make it a more subtle impression of it so it doesn't draw attention from guests. And you guys begin to awaken. What do you guys want to do?
I want to check on my eggs.
Up, am I?
Okay.
That's
as you look into your eggs, the basilisk egg is starting to grow darker in its blue color. It's changing. You really don't know what to make of it. And the phoenix egg is pretty much as you last checked it. It feels like a long time ago because it was a month ago, but you checked it last session. It's pretty much the same. It was kind of fading from its once hot glow.
It's now in the shape of a square, though.
This is Minecraft. This has always been Minecraft. Plot twist.
Never.
Declan's dead. He doesn't wake up. You guys find him dead.
I go in his room and I go, "Oh my God, Declan's dead. You're gone."
And I'm a ghost now.
Okay.
Giving up his belongings.
Dude, that's it?
Okay.
You're not excited when
I
I
mean-
play a ghost just because you want to
He
be the
just
ghost?
goes, woo.
Do you have a character sheet?
Rattle some
No,
chain.
this isn't
Oh,
real. This isn't
Oh
a real
wow, if you
thing.
have a character sheet.
No, I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction.
No, I know it's not real because you know that I love the ghost so much that if you wanted to be one, you'd already be one, right? I've already made it like because I want a ghost in this campaign.
No, you don't. You
Yeah,
think
you
you
do.
want a ghost, but you don't.
They're cool. Anyways, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna walk out into the hall.
Okay. You see,
Declan's already been awake.
you
He's
see
drinking.
Steve kind of eyeballing the room, the stairs down there. You're already awake and you're down there drinking. He's kind of he looks at you and he's like, "Sir, how do you think where should we like?" Because there's kind of tables all across his room. And he's like, "How should we set it up so that like the performers? There's going to be a bunch of performers here, right?"
Can we hire everyone?
You did.
The-
You
a
hired
few
three.
performers, yeah. There's gonna be
You hired three gnomish acrobats.
the fighter guy that's like, I'll fucking kick your ass and get paid.
The guy who will fight anyone, Patrius, and the more classical bard, whose name I forgot.
that's
I forgot most of
Yeah.
them.
that's your
We're the hottest
it's your
venue
job
in
to
town.
remember. You had one job.
Right?
I know. So no, well, the only reason I say that is because I don't want to fuck it up if you guys wrote it down.
I never write anything
did
down,
not.
so I'm pretty bad about it. Honestly.
Otherwise,
I just
Never
drew
mind.
the creepy corridor. That's all.
never mind. They always had names.
Wait, dude.
Just Edwin is all I wrote down.
Yeah, Edwin's the big
Yeah, that's all I
goofy
did
guy,
too.
and Patrius is the duelist. But I didn't have names for the gnomes or the bard. Whose
don't remember
name
his
is
name,
now
'cause-
Siegfried.
What didn't?
Boom. Easy. What are we doing? So, Steve just kind of looks at you as you guys are coming out. What are you doing, Guts? Are you starting to open your bleary eyes open as you were actually quite fucking hurt the next day? You kind of ache. Your muscles are kind of sore.
Yeah, I wake up from my slept off concussion and
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
wobble down the stairs.
This is first. You guys slept in, and I woke up first. What the hell's wrong with the world?
It is strange, and as you
I
guys
might be
kind
bleeding in my brain.
Y'all just so excited for the grand opening.
yes, I'm so excited. Steve did you guys want to do anything else before we get started? Should we change the sign maybe? Do you know what
Yeah.
time the guys are gonna show up?
I don't know.
We should use some of that gold to get a nice
We should-
sign.
Should we maybe try to put another advertisement out? Since last time they were like, can't.
How do
can't
we
happen.
take an ad out, like in the paper or a crier?
Well, there's like
Can we
yeah.
hire a
Well,
crier?
we tried to last time, but it has to go through a process, and it took a long, like too long or something. So we couldn't.
Oh
get it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tucci's like, I forgot about that.
I thought that it. What?
Yeah, I actually thought that you guys successfully.
It worked.
paid
I
for
feel
a
Yeah.
like I
message, yeah.
swear. I feel like the guy was like,
No, it did.
even Nick remembered.
I don't
I
know.
swear, a guy said
I was pretty sure.
There was some
that-
reason stopping us from doing it.
like we tried and we got to like 2 steps, and then there was like the last one. He's like, oh, we can't make it. I don't know. This sucks. It's been so long. Can't remember anything
For the sake
accurately.
of not making you go back to that place and do the exact same thing, we'll say it worked. Because I remember you telling me the message. So maybe you did get literally to the very last
I
part,
swear.
and then something weird happened. So we'll just pretend you did that last thing didn't happen, okay?
Probably a botched dice
'Cause-
roll, and he like accidentally pulled
I
his dick
think
out
that's-
instead of
Something like
saying
that
the right
happened.
message.
It
Or
was
If we
probably a
wanted
dice
to
roll.
waste a ton of time, we could like look at the video, but fuck it, right? Who cares? Why waste the time? Because the the fucking bards and shit are still definitely coming.
But it'd be funny though if like they just show up and nobody else does, because there's no advertising.
All right,
There's just
show
like
us what you got.
just some bum off the street. It's like you got a shitter. It's like, yeah.
No, it worked. It worked because you guys are so fucking smooth. What are you guys doing? Steve's like, I'd love to cook you breakfast, but there's really just
Like,
a
do we
lot of
have
cleaning to do,
anything
you know?
to do? Like that's the thing. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know what
mean,
to do
do you
because we
have
don't
your
have anything to do.
schedule set up? Because we hired a bunch of entertainment.
So
But we didn't.
you guys would know that they're about to come in about 4 or 5 hours, right? It would be about midway through the day. That
So we could go on some
Edwin would
errands
show up.
or some vigilantism, maybe.
Doing
You
anything?
could,
Edwin is here,
to
right?
go do some guerrilla promoting. You could run around the neighborhood and tell people about the
It
fucking.
scares me to do anything at all here because that asshole with his griffin is just gonna be like, "Stop it, or you're dead." I'm a fucking asshole guy. That guy, what's his name?
It's gone.
Elias.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't remember anybody's name before. I definitely don't now. I don't remember your guys' fucking names. What's my name?
Yeah. Florian, Declan, Guts.
That's right.
What
I
is
remember the names.
Mark's character's name?
I'm
missing
actually
that
remember
one
his
in my
name.
head.
It's actually blanking.
For reals?
Icarus. Yeah, Icarus. His wife is Ember.
She's never playing a game. Don't even worry about it.
Johnny. Johnny Zagal. Pog. And the rest
What about
is all on this red yarn right here. Thank God.
what was Levi's name?
Levi's name was Corby. May he rest in peace. And with the light.
It's blood splatter.
That being said, the rest of the group that is not here
They're all dead now.
that are not all dead now. They
They
are
did
beginning
wake
to
up dead, like I
likewise help move the tables around and help Speed set the place up.
So they're actually being useful while we.
They are
stand
going to
here
be useful, yes, as you guys stand around muttering about what you should do.
As usual.
We should go commit some crazy fucking crime and then just blame it on them and leave.
No, we have the grand opening. We couldn't be doing anything this whole fucking time. What were you doing before? Yeah, it's a grand opening. Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
You could just sit here.
We're not prepared.
And bullshit
really not.
until the bards show up and the people start showing up.
Any ideas about, like, I might have had about where we could have gone from here?
We could go next door to the whorehouse. I bet they would promote us.
You did know that you wanted to volunteer to be.
What? We could go to the whorehouse.
And promote yeah, it's true. You could do that.
Promote our what?
You did know that you wanted to be the champion for the Embers Sarthertanian trial. You wanted to. That was something that one of the criers has called out. You guys know that you wanted to be part of the bestiary.
Beat somebody's ass.
What?
What?
And
is it like
beat somebody's
tournament?
ass in the tournament thing.
So there was the trial. You guys heard the crier say that the Embers is looking for a volunteer to be the champion to represent the Embers in the trial. And anyone in the group can go. Anyone in the group can go throw their name in. You don't know anything about the trial. It's you whatever Declan remembers. As far as you know, it was like it was in Stormspire. As far as you know.
Hey, God in the sky, how do you know that I don't know?
What?
How do you know that I don't know?
I
Declan
don't
knows
know.
more than you think. How about I roll for it?
Sure, if you want to,
You're just
you can
like,
make.
what?
You can. I mean, okay. Sure, you're from Daygrubb. You can make a history check if you wanted to see if you know about the Sartotanian trials. You're from the Empire.
I'm a
effectively.
paladin, motherfucker. Where's my mouse? History? Okay, that's
Yes.
not gonna be a good roll.
Well, I just took my dice box. There's one here.
Yeah, it's a 10.
What?
I'm gonna roll this new
10.
die that Aaron gave me. Takes time.
Oh, the dragon.
So you rolled a 10. So you do remember
Wait, what did you
that
say? Oh, the dragon. Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
all you actually know about the fight is that it's a fight to the death. That's all you actually know about it.
Fight to the death. Okay. Well,
Like the actual death or
the actual motherfucking death.
Oh no.
I'm squishy. Not really, but this sounds like a bad idea.
It is
Especially
like
right
a week
before.
away. It's a week away. You have time to prepare for it. Know what I'm saying? It's all
What
the
if I
hints you
die?
get.
What if I just die because I'm like, let's try this thing, and then my character's dead because.
Yeah. What if you die? What if you're never a hero though, and you play as fucking Michael Scott or something? Come on, dude. Anyone can volunteer, by the way. Guts, you could volunteer for this as well. You could both volunteer.
And I'm sure right now Nick is like, oh, and then I have to fight Guts, and then one of us has to die. That'd be good.
Maybe not in the fight to decide which one of you fights.
No, but
you have to
eventually,
die.
let's not let two of us enter, because what if we get that far to where it's like, guess I gotta kill you.
The bestiary, you know that you don't die in the bestiary. But save the people that fight in it. But the trials, it is traditional.
This all feels like a conversation we should have had before we started playing.
Maybe.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What the fuck's the bestiary?
That's the other thing where you guys all fight big monsters, and at the very end, the group members that had survived while besting the monsters partake in like a pot at the end.
Is it a fight to the death?
No, you will survive this. But if you're taken down, so to speak, and have to be, unless the monsters eat you alive, like in one gulp, sure.
Well,
we can play a more farming. Hey, you guys don't have to go do that, right? You can sit
wouldn't it
in
be
the
hilarious
bar.
if this?
We're so bored.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was the time we had a viewer, and they're just like, exit. Out of all times,
this is too hard to follow.
This is the one where they're just like, "What the fuck is this? Never again. Block this channel. Report. I'm gonna flag them."
We need that.
I do my best.
Unpredictable party member.
We need that Charlie in the group.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's make Declan punch people.
He does like
But
to
it's
go
a week
fist
away.
People. You can fist
away.
so
It's a
many
week
people,
away.
Declan.
You have to put a name
What
in.
do we
You have to
do?
sign up, and then it's a week away. Fast travel.
I guess we'd sign up and then run around yelling at people in their brains to go to our.
Yeah.
So when we have our grand opening tonight, you're all just like, "Hey, you guys hear about the Master Fister?"
You're gonna be competing in the
just
trial.
start rumors, man.
And then I'll do my first fight, and I'll just die.
Yeah, like that same Minotaur who beat up the badass girl monk just shows up and pounds you into the floor.
What if I have to fight her, dude? I'll have to fight her. I'll have to kill her. I'll have to kill Kira.
Happen.
Do you want to be a fucking badass, Michael? Or do you want to stay in the
I'm a paladin. I'm not a murderer. I will... Can I quit? Can I just, like, give up? Can I just leave? Can I walk out?
Yeah, you can die.
Yeah, you can.
Is there an alternate means of exit?
No, I mean you
Fake your
cannot.
death.
No, you cannot.
We can practice some, old techniques, but you are like basically
It
dead.
doesn't help
but
when
you're not
someone
actually...
shoves a sword through your throat. So
Well,
Disguise someone
practice.
they're like, "Oh,
and
he's
send
dead. I'm gonna
them
make
in.
sure he's dead," and then
Just cut your head off.
none of this sounds like a good idea. How about we put her name in the ring without her knowing about it?
Whom?
Kira.
She's probably already in there because she's a
What
badass.
if she's not? What if you put her name in?
That would be fucked up, and I think that
No,
she
I
would
think she
murder
would. I
you.
think take that as like a compliment because she
No,
thinks
I'm
she
pretty sure
sucked
that she
because she
would murder
lost,
you.
and she's all mopey dopey now,
I don't
training
know.
at a fucking place again. It's like, no, go kick some asses.
We'll
dude.
also say that you remember that you need to go to the Chapel of Flame and talk to Asher Firewatch about it. That's who you needed to talk to about all of it, except the
Do I need to
bestiary.
fight for the flame?
You don't know. You'll have to go talk to him about it. One might assume that other people are competing for it, right?
Oh, sure. I mean,
It's one of the bigger districts.
Also, Edwin is an actor. What if we have him just act as you, and he could spread the story of the Master Vista? My
there's not
accent
much of a story.
went out the fucking there.
And what are you talking
You
about?
can, like,
Act as me in the tournament? What are you
can
saying?
hype up
Edwin,
the
Oh, I thought you were
fight.
saying. I
Bar.
know. Okay, I thought you were saying like, put your name in and then have him play like be you in the tournament so he can die. I was like, yeah,
And
because
if
he's gonna die.
And then, even if you die, it's going to be really good for the bar, really good publicity. I mean,
Not good for me.
not
Everybody
dead.
loves a tragic story, Declan.
everybody gets to be a hero.
Not everybody
Declan.
likes dying. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Guts could easily get into this too. All right.
Why do you want to kill us?
His decision.
He just wants us to
You're like,
not be boring.
Someone
bitches.
can do it. I can kill somebody. Put Johnny in there. Kill fucking Johnny. Don't kill me.
I haven't
I'll
killed
do it.
anybody yet.
Okay, let's put my name in. Fuck it. I'm doing it. Let's go put my name in.
Do you guys want to make your way down to the chapel?
I've been thinking. Okay, we're in a bar. I've been thinking about inputting my name in for the tournament.
Speed immediately perks up and looks at you. He's like, "You really shouldn't, Declan. Please, it could kill you. I mean, it could be really, really."
Okay, add a character here.
Insane.
What do you want from me, Tucci? This guy's my Declan, woo, fanboy. Now he's like, don't do it. What are you doing to me right now? You give me mixed signals. Okay, I'm doing it. Fuck you. Speeve. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of as Speeve?
He kind of takes a deep breath and says, dying. I don't want to die.
Right.
Dying.
No one wants to die, I don't think.
But yeah, that's it. Dying. I don't like.
That's it. No.
No, I mean I don't.
You like? Is there what are you afraid
and he's like,
of?
he kind of leans in and he kind of puts his hand up. He's like,
Here, can I do a sleight of hand check real fast?
For what?
Just let me do it.
For what?
I wanted to say boo at him really loud. See if he gets scared. I don't know how would I do that. How do I do that?
Make an intimidation check.
Okay, I'm gonna easy. What are you scared of, Speed? He leans in real close and then so fucked up and roll this new dice.
What is Guts doing at this time? Is he just chilling, drinking a beer? What's going on?
I'm just gonna watch.
16.
16. Yeah, you scared. You jumps back. What the fuck? That scared me.
More than dying, Speed. You didn't die. You were scared. So you're scared I was gonna kill you.
True. This place was kind of scary once, and he kind of looks up around at the place. I guess it's not anymore. So maybe someday.
Hey, Speed, are you
dying won't be
are you scared of demons?
Yeah. More now than most times. Yeah. He kind of nods at you.
Never mind.
All right, so here's a new thing we're going to talk about too with insight checks. If you guys ever question whether or not something is true, just ask yourself if your character would believe it, and then ask if you want an insight check. Ask me that. Right? Do I believe that? And then I'll tell you to make an insight check, or I'll tell you not to. You know what I mean? Anyways, you guys are just talking about whether or not he's scared of demons, and you booed at him.
That's what an asshole.
Are you guys?
I'm not playing in
So-
character right now. I'm playing as me.
If
That's
you're
something
gonna,
I
if
would
you're gonna,
do. That's
if
not
you're gonna
something
take
Declan would have
place
done.
in the trial, then just maybe be prepared for it. Get some
Spave,
nice.
when have
He
you
kind
ever...
of eyes your half plate and your armor, and he's like, maybe get some better gear or something.
Well, I need more money for that. Hopefully this
Pray a
could
little
help.
bit, Good God, should you pray, Declan?
Why are you so... Why are you making me nervous, dude? What the fuck? You're giving me... You want me to do it, but then you're... As all the characters, you're like...
I want it to
Don't
be
do
awesome.
Don't do it.
If you're the winning gladiator, it needs to be because you're awesome, okay? Because you killed a bunch of people, because you thought about a cool way to do it.
Are you telling me I'm not awesome? Is that what you're
Yes.
trying to tell me?
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet, you're not.
Why you give me the option?
It's the option
You
to be
can join
awesome.
this thing. You shouldn't until you're level 16, but you can.
That's why it's a trial, bro.
I don't think trials are supposed to kill you.
They could.
It's like
Dude,
you sign up for a trial of
Haven't you
Netflix. It doesn't
fucking read
kill your...
Goblet of Fire?
Florian could join it
No
too.
one dies in that. You know who dies in that? What's his face? Twilight guy, because
So you guys don't actually know
Voldemort
very
kills
much
him.
about the trial, but since you seem so scared about it, I'll tell you a little more.
No, don't. I don't. Declan doesn't know this.
Do you want to find? Well, then you might want to
I want
find
it to be a
out
mystery.
more. Before
Declan is a
you
curious person. He's like a cat.
are so scared of what was
No,
before
I like
you.
that. I like that.
All right,
If
so
I
you guys
die,
make your way to the Chapel
you
of
know,
Flame, right? And
Dolph
despite
Lundgren.
Steve's
If he
warnings,
dies, he dies. You know, I don't. If he, it's a character, man.
do you want to die from a random event, or do you want to die like a gladiator? Either way.
I mean,
there's
don't want to die, but.
Anyways, you make your way to the Chapel of Flame, and you've been here before. It takes you a good amount of time to get here, as it's across the embers. You make your way across the edge of the shadow that makes up the sub-district of the embers, and
wow,
you start to grow these kind of calluses on the bottom of your feet, familiar to the people that walk this district.
That's
kind of eyeballing people on horses and donkeys and shit with envy.
What does this place look like? I think we've been here before, but I don't know if I asked that question.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self again, just so I look like some.
This wasn't the same place, though.
Basic old dude. Yeah, it was.
No.
This guy's a prick.
No. This is a different place.
You guys are just walking.
This is the fire chapel. That wasn't where she was. This isn't the giant steps place.
No, that's not.
No?
That's not the same place. No. Fire chapel is where the giant fire was, where the guy was.
We came here
talking.
first, but then he was like, "You need to go talk to them." So we went there, and then he was like, "Be brave."
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
So you make your way there. The rest of the crew has stayed back to help.
You didn't answer my goddamn question, DM.
Oh, you didn't. It's got this very long. Okay, so it's got about. It's very strange in the fact that it's very square in the outside of it, right? It's got these kind of square bastions that make the outside of it, and it's about 100 yards by 100 yards in each direction. You can tell there's a center courtyard where the worship happens. You can actually see the very tip of the massive flame. They all worship there as you approach it from pretty far away. And as you enter, you open these large kind of wooden doors, and you see Asher Firewatch worshiping the flame, and many people in kind of a circle around him, all worshiping as well. They're all just kind of chanting. It's not like he's giving a service or anything. It's very much more disorganized. You see, they're not doing it in any particular synchronization or anything. Everyone's just kind of around the fire, worshiping it in their own way.
Darren, I think why you didn't remember this place is because
He's
when
just
the
kind
demon
of
shit was
standing
happening,
there like this, looking at it.
This
I
is where you
wandered
went.
off on my own
Mm-hmm.
and came here.
Yeah.
Really want to use thaumaturgy to make that flame look like a dick, but I won't.
What are we in Sweden? Whatever the fuck when they do that thing where they all like dance around a giant dick.
What?
That's a thing.
It's me. Fuck Sweden.
Yeah, I swear to God. Like, you know, there's a new movie. Remember that Hereditary movie, Aaron? With the head? The guy who made that made a second movie, and it's kind of about that. Like this holiday they have
It's supposed to be really fucked up.
Yeah, they dance around a giant dick. Yeah, it's an actual thing in like Sweden though. Like
That's not a thing happening right now.
It might be if she does that.
So as you walk up to Asher
Do it
Firewatch,
fast. Do it. So he
kind of
his thing up.
doing this right now. Everyone in this bonfire is probably in diameter, like, you know.
What's the girth?
It's on like 75 to 100 feet in diameter, right? It's really tall. I don't know, actually. It wouldn't make sense for me to. It wouldn't make sense for me to math it up, right?
It definitely would. It would.
It's very tall.
I need to know.
It's very tall and it's very wide. Okay.
You know, Tucci, you know what I would have said?
It takes up the better 65 to 70% of the courtyard, right, with its footprint or whatever. I don't know.
Tucci,
I'm kind of tired of describing.
You know what I would have said though, right?
What?
Giant.
It's a giant fire.
That was what I always every like.
If you could see like the 3D modeling of like a fire growing and like getting taller by dimensions and shit in my head, I'd be like, yeah, right there, boom.
It's filling with blood.
But what do you want to do to ask your Firewatch as he's looking into this big giant flame?
Did you get that, Aaron?
What do you want to do to get his attention?
I'm gonna
cast thaumaturgy.
I don't know.
She makes it like she's gonna say something else. Was like,
this is a really big fire.
Yeah.
Really
and you feel the heat. I'll tell you this: as you open the door to it, you can feel the heat coming off of it all the way from. You also notice as you're walking up that Azure Firewatch is the closest to it, right? You start to get the idea that the people closest to it are
my child mind is it
kind of higher up in the chest.
Stop, you bastard, Aaron. I'm sorry, Tucci.
What?
Everything you're talking about now, I'm literally just picturing a giant dick. And it's not good for the story at all.
Whatever. It's not bad.
But I can't. It is in my head.
Yeah, mine too now.
Whatever.
Head.
Whatever. It's your religion too. So if they're cock worshippers, then you're also a cock worshipper.
No, yeah. Should I kill her now for impurity? You're a witch or something. Like you're a blasphemer.
Did you actually try to thaumaturgy this fire?
No.
No.
Okay, so this isn't.
But I really want to now.
No, then I'm gonna kill you.
It's so disrespectful.
Because you're a blasphemer.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit. You do you though.
This is the fire worshippers, dude.
It's okay. I've implanted it in everyone's
mind.
You guys are once again inside a church though, just kind of staring blankly at the worshippers.
Hey Declan, imagine if that flame was.
Let me be my character. I feel like I've said like 3 words as my character this whole session. What were you asking me? I'm sorry. Say it one time. I'm so off the rails. I'm sorry. Never this bad.
I said, hey, Declan, imagine if this flame was a giant dick.
I can't even be Declan right now. Just me.
That was good timing.
Why would you ask him that though? Like, why? Stop saying the dick thing. Let me get off of that. Let me get off that dick. Okay, please. Why is this has been going for like an hour?
So as you
Jesus.
guys are
Okay.
standing there,
Okay.
finally starting to talk to each other, Asher Firewatch kind of puts his hands down and begins making his way back towards the outside, and he kind of notices you guys, especially you, Declan, as you had been there before. And he kind of walks up and eyeballs you guys. He's like, "Are you all here to worship with us?" Kind of hopefully, kind of looks at you guys, and hopefully, but kind of also with a hint of confusion. So you guys obviously don't look like fire worshippers except for Declan. So in the sense that he knows Declan's fire worshiper, I guess you don't really look like one.
Judgmental.
Your Honor, I'm always worshiping. I don't sound like Declan right now. That's weird. I don't like that. How do I sound?
You sound
That's
kind of
fine.
like that. Mostly
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
fine.
I'll go
Yeah,
back
that's
to
good.
Australian, guys.
No.
Please don't.
I need to.
You do
I
whatever
can't.
makes you feel good.
He kind of
Okay.
looks guts up and down.
I'm always
Kind
worshiping,
of confusedly, he's like,
Your Honor. Oh, I'm
"Say
calling you Your
no,
Honor.
no clothes, huh? Do you
Wait, hey.
worship
He
anybody
has
in
pants and
particular?"
shoes. Slow down.
I know he's got pants. He's got no shirt on though.
And a
Okay.
giant sword. That's all
Yeah.
that you need.
You worship anyone in particular?
My
Buddy?
guy is an uncaring guy.
Oh, interesting.
Shorty.
The flame can be undiscerning as well. And he kind of looks at the people that are like trying to get close to the fire, but are kind of having a hard time getting closer to it.
The whole universe didn't understand what I just said. When I
didn't
said
even
your
hear
dog's
you.
name. I said
I know.
Shorty.
I know. I
I saw his
saw him. I
dog on
got
the
it.
bed. And you did, because your dog. Everyone else is like, what the fuck is he? Shorty? What the fuck?
So, what do you say to this guy? Did you come here to worship?
Wait, are you
I
asking?
can.
You asking Guts?
Oh yeah, he asked you his God, and
I'll
he
be
told you that.
abstaining from the worship.
Interesting. Did one of you want to participate in the trial? And he kind of looks the three of you
First,
up and down.
before Declan says anything, he does just kind of get to his knees and beckons to a prayer, and
Okay.
does that.
Make a religion check.
That screen is so bright, dude. This new TV is bullshit. Oh boy, 21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually manage
This is when I roll good, when it doesn't matter.
in a sense of kind of ballsiness. You see that most of the people here are trying to get close to the flame, so you get quite close to it. You feel it. Quite a sense of resistance again. You don't seem to feel the heat the way the others do, and you get quite close to the flame and you kneel, and you take a small prayer. But as you do, you can't seem to find the familiar connection with Moradin that you do when you read your book. It is somewhat peculiar to you. But you take a moment and reflect, and you kneel up, make your way back to the group. And Asher Firewatch looks impressed. He's like, "Wow, would you like to be in the South Rotanian trials for the Embers?"
Wait, you haven't heard of him? This is the Master Fist.
I had not heard that title before. I knew him as the Flame Warden, but that is certainly a
Flame
master.
Warden, Master Fister.
A master is a much more.
I have to correct you.
Title.
It's Warden of the Flame.
Gotcha. Warden of the Flame, right?
But it's just
Gotcha.
But the surname title is, or the surname first. Master Fister, Warden of the Flame. No, I'm kidding. It's not it. But I'm sorry.
All semantics. Did you?
I don't feel that I want to participate. I feel that I need to.
Interesting. Do you know the significance of the trials? He kind of looks at you and with a bit of a look. Have you? How much do you know about them?
I know
You know
absolutely just nothing.
very well.
But I feel the flame beckons me into the trials, and calling to me, man. And
I do love your vigor.
the flame is flickering, and I'm just responding. You know what I mean? I need
the trials are very important in South Thomas. The winner of them, it is more than bragging rights, but they gain prestige in the city. And the Embers has only been a part of the trials for nearly a century now, and we've nearly never won. The current champion is the Artificers, and its champion is Grand Pyromancer Grimlock, and he will. He kind of gets a mournful look on his face, and he looks down. He's like, Pyromancer Grimlock incinerated my son about a decade ago, and it is custom for the Embers to fight against the what the fuck do I call them? The Artificers in the trial, as the Embers typically fight the winner of last year's trial. So you would have to fight him in the very first round if you took this job.
What was his name?
Pyromancer Grimlock.
Grand Pyromancer Grimlock.
Oh, Grand! Oh, excuse me.
Grand
sir.
Pyromancer Grimlock.
Excuse me. Holy shit.
Grand?
I was already like, I'll fucking do it, and then you're like, Grand Pyromancer.
Does that name ring any bells?
The Grimlock does. What the fuck is that?
That is the shop owner that you guys fucked his shop up.
The first time?
I was gonna say a Transformer.
The first time? Wait, which?
He's one of the Dinobots.
Yeah, that's true also. That is true. This is true, actually.
You got me there, man. I ripped off the Dinobots.
Hey, the Dinobot. Hey, slow the fuck down. You talk shit about Transformers, that's fine. You talk shit about the Dinobots, though. I'm gonna have a problem with you because they're the coolest part of Transformers. Okay.
Anyways,
I'm actually ready to fight you.
Dinosaurs.
Grimlock used to be my favorite, besides Optimus Prime.
Well, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool in this too. But you do remember that.
Not for long, asshole.
Declan does remember. You do remember the name Grimlock, and it kind of.
Okay, hang on. Which guy is that? Which shop are you talking about?
He was the shop from the very first.
The first time when Aaron stole the hat.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He's a gnome. Yeah.
That guy. I have to fight a gnome. That already tried to kill me.
A gnome that was like.
You know what happened after that happened? You know what happened after that happened?
We surfed
rocks down a giant mountain, and I made that happen. Okay, I'm not scared of this guy.
Rude.
Did he do that?
Anyway,
he probably teleported here.
He looks at you and he's like, "So, do you want to be?"
I just imagine him. I just imagine him seeing Declan saying that to the group, and he's like, Okay.
Well, I do love your enthusiasm.
No,
my champion.
will. As I said, sir, the flame it calls to me, and it's not though. You didn't tell me this. I'm making this canon. Declan feels that the flame is telling him.
Sure. The fact that it's a flame and your naivety causes you.
Maybe I know more than you do.
Sure. Whatever.
You think you do.
Whatever reason you
We'll
need to
see.
rationalize for
Because
doing
you know what it all
this.
rests upon? This isn't true. I was going to say the dice rolls, but you still decide everything. Yeah. The flame calls to me, and I feel I should respond.
That is fantastic. I think maybe you should. I think it's kind of a concern looking at it. Say maybe think of some ways to fight the Grand Pyromancer.
I have an idea.
He's made quite a show
I
of the
have
past
an idea.
couple of years.
I gotta go
Right.
to the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry.
All right.
I am sorry, everybody, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore, apparently.
It's
We've all
okay.
forgotten how to play.
I swear to
okay.
God, if I is
You gotta get back
before
into
the first time I've ever played. I wasn't as bad the first time I DM'd. I had Weston interested the first time we DM'd. What is this? What is this right now? Bantering for 45 minutes.
Okay, but that's
No, I
usually
have an idea, though. I have an idea. I feel like I'm excited right now. That's why I'm so overbrimmed with excitement that we're actually playing again. That I'm just like, yes! Because we're actually fucking playing again. I'm honestly just bummed out that not everybody's playing.
Yeah, that's a bummer. We'll talk about that whenever we decide to call this.
Well, we could talk to Erd, and maybe he has some potions that can make you like.
No, I have an idea. I'll say it right now.
Also have
Just
an
out of
idea.
character, I'll say it right now.
Don't say it. Don't
okay,
say
I'll
it.
bring it on you guys. I'll drop it on you guys. I have an idea. Tucci, I'm gonna look at Facebook. I want to message you, okay? So you can kind of think about it. No, I want to. Do you want? I don't want to. No, this is something I don't want Tucci to just be like. Okay.
If it's something that Declan, here's the thing: if you can think of it, that's great. If it's something that Declan might think of,
it is. It is.
Okay.
Then I want you to kind of think about it before it happens, because I want it to maybe play a part. Because I don't.
I've got a lot. Just listen. It's been a month, like you said. I've thought about this fight. I've thought about the guy you might have to fight after this fight if you win this fight.
No, I have a.
Is your wall like 5 times the size that it was?
It's not.
Let me see it. I want to see it, Tucci. I'm actually curious because it's been so long. I want to see how much it's grown. Because before it was like this big. On screen, it was like this big. I want to see it be like a whole wall.
It's actually, honestly, not a ton bigger.
Tucci, I see your fucking eyes right now, and it's like 5 times bigger than it was. Okay, let me see. Let me see.
I'm not showing you. We're getting back to the game.
No,
Don't worry about the wall.
I want to see this. I'm sorry. I need to see this.
No, we're done.
Okay.
We're done talking about the wall. We're not building the wall. The wall was never
Give
built.
me 10 seconds to finish this text and read Facebook. I need you to read it.
You guys are standing as
Build
Asher Firewatch turns
the
around and makes
wall
his way back to the fire
and make the tieflings pay for it.
Rude. Guts, I thought that you were my friend.
Sure, man.
Guys, you know what my problem is, though? I think you know what my problem is, right? You guys know what my problem is? IRL?
What? No? What?
You do. You can totally run that by me. In game right now.
It's fine.
I wouldn't care.
No, it's fine. I want to do that. That's the thing I want to do. Because you guys like, if you have something, yeah, okay.
You have
know what my problem is, though?
An hour and a half of your time in game now, walking to the church and doing this.
Because I haven't drank in so long, like legitimately drank more than one shot in so long.
So is that an idea that you are going to bring up to the party now, or as you guys are walking out or back to the?
I'm not going to say it to him.
You guys are walking out of the chapel at this point.
Bless you. You guys, okay, Florian, how do you feel about the flame?
Generally pretty good, you know. honestly.
Pretty good. Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, except
I'm not trying to like
I am
indoctrinate you or
terrified
anything.
of it mostly.
How do you feel about praying to the flame? Because I feel like we're here and it's there and
I don't feel too good about that.
I don't want to force your hand. But there's something about it that I just.
You guys are kind of standing outside the doors of this large. It's called a chapel, but it's a very large kind of complex in its build. Very much a
Nice.
castle.
Holy shit. Okay, out of character, I'm sorry, but holy shit.
What?
I'm dizzy right now. Because I haven't drank in so long. And also, I haven't eaten today.
Michael.
That'll do it.
You're a dumbass.
Dumbass, am I?
Yes.
No, it's fine. But.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys are standing outside talking,
I'm talking
right?
to Florian here.
Okay.
God in the sky.
What are you?
Do you hear that? See, the flame it's beckoning to me. It's telling me things. And I just somehow it's something I've never felt before. Something I've never. It's weird. Ever since we found that egg, I just feel different. Do you feel that way? I
So
honest.
I
Like,
have felt that way for a long time, Declan.
Even with that
Before
egg.
this egg. No, before that egg.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Since you're like a kid with imaginative wonder, it all felt kind of relative and pointless, right? Like you're just on a wandering path. But
yeah, but no.
Once that egg
generally,
came into play, it feels like you're pulled towards something. Yeah. Something greater.
I mean, I feel kind of like a poke, but
like a what?
A poke.
A poke?
A poke, not a poke.
Pog?
The poke
like a thing
adventure.
like this that fits in a tube and like a bunch of little cardboard coins? That what you're talking? A pog? It feels like a pog to you?
Shit, I thought that was the only one who knew about those.
Do you guys remember pogs? Do you guys
throw
remember
down
like
right
Nick
now.
and Tucci?
Oh yeah, man.
That was
I had an
like,
elf pog.
You guys remember Pogs? I'm so happy. No one ever remembers Pogs when I ask them.
Alf?
I remember.
Yeah, wait, what did you say, Nick? Did you say Alf Pog?
Yeah, I think it
Alf?
was my
The
cousins.
alien?
Like my
The
older
nose?
cousin,
Like
Brandon.
the alien?
Yeah, he talks like this, and he's like, "Is anybody gonna eat
like
the cat?"
the Donald Trump fucking hair and the nose.
Yes.
What the?
Why isn't your character just Alf?
Who, me?
No, Nick. This is the funniest fucking thing.
Tucci, let it happen, dude. Let him take the stats from Halfling.
Guys, what are you guys fucking doing?
Tucci, do you have something you need us to do?
We're
actually talking about Pogs.
As you walked out, I was trying to tell you that
I'm sorry.
That as you were walking out, as you finally watched, was trying to tell you that you should also go sign up for the Sartotanian Bestiary, which is
did he say that? No, like did he actually say that?
Yeah.
I mean, we should do that.
Where?
No, you didn't hear it because I couldn't get it out. There was too much going on.
Right now? Yeah, you said we're outside.
Right.
That's why I was outside. Like...
I totally heard that. You didn't hear that?
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
Some of you. Yeah, you started...
I'm sorry, I told you. I tried to tell you through Green Goblin that I drank too much out of, I haven't drank. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
I'm back.
What do you guys want to do?
I was talking to Florian.
You were encouraged to maybe think of a way to fight a pyromancer.
Yeah, I texted you or messaged you about that, but like, I honestly didn't hear the part about go sign up for the thing. Where did he tell us to do that? Did he say?
It's in the ruins district.
Okay.
The ruins district. It's in the.
We need a bard. We need a bard who plays this.
What the fuck is that?
It's Alf.
I don't know.
Dude. It's Alf with
Oh, okay.
like fucking
Gotcha.
teeth in his face. I don't know what that is. And his shield.
That'll be Michael's next character when he dies
Exactly,
in the
because
trial.
it's gonna happen. Because I'm making poor decisions. But Florian, like, what?
I was trying to ask you if you had a point with this poke.
Poke. That's what you're poke. What does poke mean? What does poke mean?
Like
That's
a
what I'm
nudge,
saying.
like a shove, not a pull.
Oh my god! Like, don't you?
Like I'm gonna just poke him really hard. A poke.
I never really thought that like higher forces existed per se until the egg appeared on our doorstep, so to speak. And
on our sacrifice slab, yes.
Sure. And like, you know, doesn't it make you wonder? Doesn't it make you question things? Doesn't it make you feel like you're maybe on a path yourself? Maybe you have a destiny or a fate or something.
Well, I feel
Maybe
like
you have a purpose.
Sometimes things can interfere in your life.
But I'm not talking about random like occurrence and coincidence. I'm saying, do you think maybe you were put here because you had a place to like play a part?
Oh, I definitely think so. That is why we all met up there.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
I felt that call to go to that.
Pray and thanks or question to a higher force that may exist, since we've seen with our dealing with the big, the thing that took Corby off this plane. You think that maybe you should ask it for some form of direction or exactly. Exactly. This is bring it back to full circle. Like exactly. Yeah.
Think
you should pray or ask.
I cannot
not for forgiveness or thanks.
How you feel that nudge and that pull, and maybe you think this flame is speaking to you. I hear that telling me not to follow this flame.
But what if that is another thing? A heretic.
Yeah, but what if I do it?
Or a bad purpose? What if? Well, exactly. What if you don't know? That's the question. That's the push, the pull. It's.
Yeah, but it's really scary, Declan. I don't think you understand.
As you guys are standing out here talking, you can kind of hear in the near distance one of the town criers. You kind of recognize him call out the name of your guys' bar, and he's talking about how it opened several hours from now. Come down to the edge of Oasis for its grand opening, just a few hours away.
That's the thing that we have to worry about.
You don't have to be there.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Declan, are you asking me to ask this flame something?
I'm just
asking. Do you want me to talk to my egg?
Not the egg itself, but I'm just asking you to think about it. Not because I want you to, or I'm trying to, recruit you or anything.
Are you trying to? I feel like you're trying to vent me.
So, have you guys maybe been making your way in any direction as this is happening?
Tucci, do you have a place for us to be?
Did you guys want to go to the bestiary? Did you want to do anything? Buy something, maybe?
I don't know, because I also don't like the mindless killing.
There's a million things you could do.
Are we killing these?
I'm trying to
beasts?
convert her.
Are you trying to save my soul?
What are you,
I'm
Kylo
just saying,
Ren?
you do that on your way to somewhere.
Wait, Aaron, did you just call me Luke?
Luke,
Did you just call me Luke?
I think you've lost your fucking mind.
No, Aaron, you don't know you haven't watched The Last Jedi enough to understand. When Luke confronts Kylo Ren at the end, he says, "Did you come back to save my soul?" Dude,
Michael,
did you just call me Luke?
I tried to erase
Even
that
if it's
from
the
my fucking
shittiest
memory.
Luke in memory, did you just call me my favorite character? No, that actually makes me happy. I'm sorry.
It's Star Wars D&D now. Let's go.
All right, Tucci, campaign
That
over.
exists.
Star Wars RPG in the mix.
All right. Are we ready to play the game now?
Are you ready to play Star Wars, the role-playing game? Is the question I have to ask. Actually, Nick, total aside here. Do you like Star Wars?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, that's good enough. Because in the future, we will play Star Wars, the role-playing game. And I hope for you to be a part of it. Because I am a Star Wars lore master.
For now, you guys are walking through the town, having a
Tucci,
religious conversation.
you want to tell me you're not excited about Star Wars, the role-playing game?
On your
You're
way
lying.
to the bestiary because you thought that was a great idea.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
And it takes the better third of a couple hours or so you'll have before time to get there. And as you make your way to what was known as the boneyard that they told you to go to, there's this very large kind of training pit where you see two large minotaurs kind of wrestling these very large dire wolves inside this pit.
Wait, this is like
And,
a thing.
Ned Stark?
And you can see a lot of other really large figures, kind of tall, hulking humans, and other minotaurs and half-orcs are watching as these guys are fighting, and kind of as you watch it, they're kind of trying to break these dire wolves, as you see. And the fights go on, and they finally kind of wrestle the dire wolf mission, and the crowd kind of starts to cheer and clap. And one of the larger ones kind of turns towards you guys, and he's a very large Goliath, and he's kind of got these like large, bulky beads coming down around his neck, and he walks up to you guys and kind of looks at you guys confused. He's just like, "You guys make your way out here for something?" The district you're in is I should have said this as you guys made your way in, but it's kind of starkly different from the rest of.
Where are we at on the map?
You're in the ruins district. It's the hunting parties.
The bottom right corner.
Right. It's more. Okay. It feels more of an encampment. There's a lot of leather stretched tents and things of that nature in this district. It's very much the more frontiersman's kind of place to live. And this guy kind of greets you, and he's like, "Is there something I can help you all with? You here to register for the bestiary? Is 2 more slots open?"
Okay, what is it? How does it work?
Well, you can take between 4 and 6 people in with you. There's going to be 6 beasts provided by us and the Silex Combine.
Are the beasts a mystery to us as entries?
Yes, absolutely.
I figured. All right. Go on, please.
Wait, so we are just fighting these beasts for no reason?
I mean, you could talk about and he kind of, and when he hears you say that, he gets kind of gives you kind of a shitty look, and he's like, "No reason. This is our tradition. This is what the ruined are all about."
Well, but I mean,
if you want to pet animals, why don't you make your way to the Crossylite Enclave and go grow tomatoes and carrots and things like that?
That wasn't what we were getting at all. It was just a matter of.
Yes, you kill the giant beasts. and the surviving parties will partake in a very large pot of gold and fantastic objects. Each
That's
one
what I like
provided.
to hear, right?
Each one provided by one of the districts will provide a nice prize for those who
There's
take
cool,
home the
right?
gold. Yes.
Okay. Well, I
Would
mean,
your group like to sign up?
I'll say this. I'd like to sign up as a champion for the. What is your word for it?
The Sartratanian trial.
There you go. Sure. Yes. As a lone
Oh,
figure.
so you're fighting for
The
the
master.
Embers?
Well, yes, exactly. Yeah. I like to put my
Fantastic.
stamp on that. Bring the
Fantastic.
higher
And he walks over and he gets this kind of long piece of leather, and he gets this kind of knife and he starts etching into it. And he looks down at you guys and is like, "So, what do you guys call yourselves?"
I mean, quick question. Do you not have a quill? And to, wait, hang on. Which which thing is he signing us up for? The bestiary?
Yeah,
Because I was saying that, isn't there like a lone fighter, like,
you're already signed up for that.
I already had?
Yeah, you
I thought that's what
signed
you were
up to
saying
that.
earlier. That's why I was like, I didn't hear you say that. I've been drinking too much. See?
Okay, so you're already signed up for that. You guys are here to sign up for the other
How
part
much have
of
I been drinking if I didn't hear that and that?
the more grand
I didn't even drink
part
that
of
much. It's like 2
the
shots.
trials. The more tertiary part of it, actually, than the trials themselves. The bestiary. You're here to sign up for that.
Okay. This is a whole new world.
That's why you're in this new district.
Cue Jasmine, because we're here.
I was trying to remember which princess.
Basically, for the trials, you would just have
I
to
ain't that
represent.
drunk.
Basically, for the trials, to represent one of the districts, you would just have to talk to one of their leaders and talk them into letting you. And since you talked to Asher Firewatch, who leads the Embers,
Okay.
and he wanted someone, you're already signed up. All you have to do is show up on that day.
Okay. What?
Ready to
Okay.
fight.
How many days away is that? Let me write that down because
That is the day after.
I ain't remembering that.
That is the day after you guys are going to visit the council and have the meeting you're supposed to have.
I don't remember when the fuck that was.
Which is
That's been since the first session that we were supposed to remember that, and that was 3 months ago. I don't remember.
Which is 5 days from now.
Oh my god.
And the day after that, you'll fight the Grand Pyromancer.
Okay, let's slow it down a step. Let me write
And
this
the day
down.
after
We are
that,
still alive.
5 days is the fight.
No.
5 days
Is the meeting.
meeting. Next day, fight.
I'm not gonna remember the scribbles that is made on my page. Aaron, I hope you wrote that.
I got
exactly.
it. I got the whole fight.
Okay.
I got it all.
See, it's funny. When I take notes, it's scribbles, and next time I read it, I can't read that. This even happened when I DM'd. I can see it, like I scribble things.
The main point
I'll remember
is
that. I don't remember.
you have at least time for one Rocky-esque montage session, or to go find some kind of wacky, inventive way. Since you didn't ask anybody about the trial, and you're too drunk to,
That's not.
this guy will tell you. This guy just tells you about the trials, right? He tells you that each district brings its own representative out. The Grand Pyromancer has been a close first for the past couple of years now. Typically incinerating the Embers champion in the first round.
From the
Artificers.
Yeah.
He is a
scientific
wizard.
folk.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. In a sense, sure. In the sense that magic is kind of groundbreaking science.
Yeah.
Anyways,
equations.
He represents them. You're gonna have to ask around to figure out who else is in the champion pool.
Declan doesn't care because he thinks he'll win.
You do know that you can use any weapons. You can use any potions. The only rule that is actually forbidden is there's no necromancy.
Doug, get the fuck out.
You may, and that is the only rule outstanding. I'll say that. I'll give you any other ideas.
What if, like, the god of flame is like, hey, you're alive again, though. Not that
What
you
if
would
you're
do
all-
that, but
What if you're already a fire paladin?
what if I got revived? Is what I'm saying.
Then
Why-
you still would have lost the fight because you died.
Stop it.
You get to relive your new life in shame as the loser.
As a ghost.
As a ghost. Anyways.
Okay, that's fine.
So, do you guys have a name for your party, or should I just?
You're gonna
write
throw this
down-
on me right now.
You're
You're gonna throw this on me right now.
I'll tell you what.
Can we get back to you on that?
I'll make something up for you.
You know what a really big
okay.
problem is for me the past half an hour? And I apologize completely and wholeheartedly. I have to pee. And I've had to pee.
All right, go pee.
I'm sorry.
Go pee. Get the fuck up.
Enjoy that.
Oh my god.
Enjoy that.
I need to not drink anymore either. But
But here we go. Should probably not get any higher. But here we go.
it has been a month, and I'm like,
I was like, these guys will knock out 2 quick things while they're out. Easy peasy. Can we just say that you guys signed up for this and are making your way back to the bar? It's not necessarily needed for him to be here,
I
right?
don't feel good about killing animals for no reason.
But how does Florian feel about it?
Florian
come on.
doesn't like pointless killing.
It's a medieval world, okay. Aren't you chaotic neutral or something?
Oh, good.
Florian, you're chaotic
Florian's a good
okay.
boy.
Okay, sure. Maybe once you see these monsters that some monsters Florian would know are chaotic evil, right?
Well, yeah.
So you can't love hobgoblins.
But I love
Very
to be
evil.
alive also.
Nobody loves kobolds.
Oh, they're cute though.
I mean, you don't have to do this. You don't have to participate in this. You can stand back and try to heal with your warlock. You have a week to prepare for this, okay? That's something that you could think about.
I might become mysteriously ill the day of. Okay, we're good.
Story stuff, whatever. Do whatever you want to do.
We need a name. What the fuck are we supposed to? Who are we?
I'm gonna give you guys until the next session to think about it,
The Justice League.
and then I'm gonna give you
No,
a
I feel like that one's might be copyrighted.
name.
What describes us? We're gonna accidentally fucking shit up.
As you drop your pen accidentally.
I have a backup.
It's okay, because I'm gonna name you guys if you don't.
Oh
It'll
god.
It'll be fantastic.
Do you already have names floating around?
It's been so long. It's been so long.
Oh, you have Cat People by David Bowie stuck in my head.
Michael probably fell down or some shit.
I only have 4 bottles of wine left.
That's not enough.
No,
You need 12.
I generally
12 bottles of
have
wine.
a cupboard full. That's not worrying.
He's back.
How did my camera
So-
turn on?
Just turned on when he came back.
What the I swear to fucking God, I didn't touch it. My cat hit something. That's weird.
Anyways,
That's weird.
It's a ghost.
so
And the cat hopped.
you guys are making your way back to the bar, and as you do, you start. It takes about an hour or so for you to make your way back, and you run into Edwin, who is the very first to arrive at the bar. And, hello, and he kind of opens the door for you guys to walk in.
Edwin, have you come up with a wonderful play for us yet? A wonderful performance?
I was thinking I might just sing.
Thought that you are
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
a singer actor.
That's-
You're kind of
that's
just
not
like a
theatrical.
too, yeah?
In the least. All right.
I mean, I could.
Singing?
And he kind of looks at his accordion and he's like, I mean, I could do the.
An accordion?
That's what
You
he's
don't
got.
hear
That's his. Yeah, he's the guy with the accordion who sang like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
See,
do you
it's weird.
know any?
It's a weird imbalance where it's like the worst instrument of all time mixed with one of the best voices of all time. It's a
Right.
really weird
Fucking
balance.
bagpipe.
And he's a really big, doofy looking
I said
guy
one of the,
also.
not the worst, but I don't know. Is
And he kind of looks at it, kind of sad, and he's like, I guess I could tell some jokes or something. I don't know.
no,
Yeah,
Edwin.
I mean, you
feel
have to
like
try it
you're-
out right now.
That's the thing.
The
Edwin,
joke tells.
that's above you, right? I don't think you're a jester. You're a storyteller, and you're a showman.
Yeah,
No, listen, I take him by the.
lots
Okay,
of good
can I
stories.
can
I
I
got
do
lots
an
of good stories.
can I
Yeah.
do an intimidation check real fast? Not to be mean, not
What are
directly
you
mean.
saying? What are you saying first?
I grab him by the scruff of his neck, like this shirt, and I say, "Edwin, you're not a joke. You're not a jester. And you're not a joker. You're a showman." But like mean, I guess.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to make him think he's good at this.
Okay.
I'm trying to indoctrinate him in a sense that he is good at being.
So just make a
theatrical.
charisma check. How about that?
Charisma check.
See if you can inspire
Where the
this.
fuck is my mouse?
this
This
man.
new TV has got me all fucked up. The mouse is so slow on the TV, but not on my PC. I need to turn mode on or something. Just charisma. Just add my charisma
Yeah.
to it.
Charisma modifier.
16.
So
Aaron, this
you-
new dice is hard to read. I need to paint it to gold or something.
a little bit afraid at first, and he's like, okay, you're right. You're right. I went to the college. I could do anything. I could tell jokes. I could tell stories. I could
You're
do
goddamn
anything.
right.
You're right.
Tell
I'm
me
gonna
a
do it.
story right now.
Okay, so I live in this place, right? It's called the Undershadow. You know.
No,
and they
no,
kinda
hey.
point-
Listen, Eddie, here, man. You need to be like, no, you don't talk to these people like they're your peers. You need to talk to them like you're their father. Like you're telling them something they need to know. Not something That's background noise. You need to tell them you need to hear this, or else you're missing something vital.
And he kind of looks at you confused. He's like, okay.
I slap him across the face.
Make another intimidation
This
check.
isn't, again, he might not know this, but this
Make
is
an
not something
Make an intimidation check.
mean. I'm trying to, like, persuade him. Ugh, 13.
13. So you give him kind of a good finger slap across the face. He's like, oh, okay. All right. I mean,
Doesn't hurt him.
I don't know how else to tell the story.
20.
I don't know.
His head is gone.
I don't know what you mean. So I was going.
Like, okay, here's a simple way, Eddie.
You have to
Engage
set
the audience. You talk to them like you're talking to them, not you're talking at them. You're engaging them, you know what I mean? Like, you're looking them in the eye, and you're saying something to that one particular in the audience that's looking at you. But you got to make it seem like that one person you're talking to was everyone in the audience. So you don't have to individually talk to each person. You're talking to everyone at once. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's kind of like you're talking at them, but you're talking at one of them. It enters each person's.
I'm rolling intelligence check to see if he understands what you're putting down.
I hope so. Because I've really tried to pull it together while I was gone.
He just kind of looks at you puzzled. He's like, oh.
God damn it.
So, I mean, he looks kind of nervous at this point. And he kind of gulps like, so I live in this place called the Undershadow, and he kind of points up
to go
towards
to the bathroom, Ed?
It's like, I'll be back, right? I'm gonna put on some better clothes, okay? I'm gonna get better clothes.
That could help.
I'll be back.
Could help. You look.
Edwin kind of wanders off.
Look.
Back towards the part where the shadow kind of covers the undercleft, or not the undercleft. What's it called? Something. It's called the Undershadow. This district is covered by the enclaves.
I like the undercleft.
Tall
that
spiders.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but it's from WoW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The undercleft.
Yeah.
It's under
anyway,
the chin.
He wanders off, and you guys are just kind of standing on the inside of the bar now. And Speed is kind of looking at you guys like, "Wow." Well, whatever. I guess the other more space in here for the other performers, right? I mean, right. And so you guys are just kind of hanging out.
Okay. Did we sign up for the bestiary?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we have to come up with
There's like a weird,
for a...
like 30-minute period where I don't remember a fucking word, other than telling Aaron to like pray to the fire. I don't know what happened to me. My piss was like engulfing me. It was weird. I thought it was the alcohol, but I actually think it was my urine.
Piss Lord.
I swear to God. I took a piss and I'm like, the fuck happened? I was just at work. The fuck happened?
Alright, so you guys are just kind of standing around, talking to each other, kind of excitedly waiting for the crowd to start showing up. And you look over to the door, and you see it kind of creak open, ever so slightly. And a second passes, and it kind of creaks open once more, a little bit further. And the second pass, and it creaks open. And you can, as that happens,
Stop
you can
it,
see the
dude! Your door sound effect. You get a soundboard.
And it actually creaks open one more time. And then you can see the very nose of this very slow-moving creature that is moving through the door, and it is Horace, your guys' fruit stand neighbor. And he's got an apple in his hand. He's moving very slowly.
Is this the guy that's outside of our bar?
Yeah, Horace,
right,
the turtle.
Right.
What was he was a turtle, but what was his name? What was his like name? Like what was his?
He owns a fruit stand
Yeah,
next
what was
to you
his
guys.
name?
Oh my god, focus, you bitch.
Aaron, turn
Horace,
the light on.
My
Horace-
light is on. That's why it's not focusing.
Oh, turn it off. Turn your like background lights on and turn it off. What was the fruit stand's name? I'm sorry, like the title, like the shop
Oh.
front.
It's just called the Crusty Light fruit stand.
That's, okay.
Horace runs it.
No wonder this
Horace
guy
is
is in the embers. He's not very imaginative.
And he's moving very slow towards you guys with this very brilliant green apple in his hand. He's moving towards you guys. You can tell he's got this
6
kind of
hours later.
happy-looking smile on his turtle face as he scuttles across the floor towards you guys. And you guys are just standing there looking at him.
Hello, Horace.
So about 5 minutes or so pass as he joins you guys on the other side of the bar with this apple in his hand.
I was just staring at him the entire time.
Still smiling at you guys all.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a shiny
Horace is
apple
very-
you got there.
Oh, he's precious.
And he looks up at you guys like,
What's your name?
my name is Horace. I live right next door to you
Aaron,
guys.
you know
I'm
what's weird about this?
so glad you guys are opening
2
today.
sentences, real fast. You know what's weird about this, Aaron? Horse heresy, Warhammer.
Oh my god, shut the fuck
It's
up.
weird, right? Been so into it lately. You know what pops in right now? Horus.
Anyways, he kind of looks at you back and forth. He says, I'm so happy you guys have reopened this place. It's a really
I'm
nice
so
place.
happy you could make the time.
He kind of outstretches this green apple out to you guys. He's like, this is called an everlasting apple.
I've seen Snow White.
And he lets
Man.
he kind of lets go of it. Like, as long
Does
as
this
you
look
never,
like Maleficent to you?
as long as you never eat the whole thing, it will always regenerate.
You sound like you might have watched Doctor Strange too many times.
Does one of you take it?
Yeah, we're taking that apple. I want that apple.
Do
He's
you?
so nice.
So he kind of hands it to you, and he kind of closes his eyes and blinks them really slowly. And lets go of it.
Horace,
Master
you're
Roshi,
so nice.
the turtle
He kind
hermit.
of moves his way over to a little table that you guys are standing by, and you hear this
Horace,
thud.
would you
You hear
like
this-
a drink, Horace?
Oh,
What do turtles drink?
I just like some
Declan, why are you always so
water.
racist?
Some water, if possible.
water?
It's a character trait for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Am I racist?
Go get him some water.
It's okay.
Is that a weird thing? Like, can
No,
you not be racist, but be racist when you're just like portraying
well,
a character?
okay, so
out of
especially
nowhere? Is that a
for
weird
this
thing?
turtle,
Is that a thing?
for this turtle
or am I
person
racist?
in this world, there's like not very many of them at all.
Right.
Oh.
So
I would
you
figure
don't know
because they're so
why.
slow. Maybe there is, but you haven't seen them yet.
In fact, unless
Right.
one of you has a really good reason, there's no way that this is not the first turtle person you've ever seen.
Right. Maybe the second.
And
Who knows?
Okay.
you don't know how old he is, so it's
He's
not
old.
necessarily racist for you to ask about him any more than it would be to ask a dragon
I've never seen this
about
guy.
his wings.
I've never seen
right.
this species before. This is
He's like, I typically like water. I've tried not to drink much, you know.
water. I mean, we got water-based stuff here. This is an inn.
A moment or so passes, and Speed puts this large pitcher of water down with a glass
Thank you,
next
Speed.
to. Absolutely, on the house, Horace.
It's water.
So glad to have you as our neighbor. And Horace very slowly starts pouring a pitcher of water.
Honest question.
glass of
I'm
water for
sorry.
himself.
I swear to God, this isn't like a legit like. Oh, a drug sidetrack. Like, is Arizona literally just a place that only gives like? Is there other places that make you like charge you for water?
Maybe.
I've grown up in Arizona. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like,
know either.
It's like daylight savings. I don't fucking know how to work that shit
Okay.
on my own.
For-
Like, did you
for-
go to
in
like
this-
Nebraska and they're like, here, $1.95 for a cup of water? Is that a thing? Do you know,
Maybe.
Nick? Yeah. Is Nick here?
Huh?
Does Nebraska charge you for water? Not Nebraska, but like this, like you know how it's like a thing, like Arizona, like it's free water, in quotes.
Dude, you could literally
You go
Google
to
it.
McDonald's and they give you a cup of water. I know, but come on, that's not fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
Kind of is. It kind of
All right,
is.
we're moving past it, even though it's fun. So, Horace is kind of just slowly pouring himself a glass of water. He finally
Just
finishes.
trying to
and he
involve
looks at
Nick, and you
Ed.
cut him off. That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, in your Nebraska conversation.
$1.95 for
Anyways.
water.
He looks up at you guys and he's like, so, you guys gonna open the rooms up there? And he kind of looks up at the rooms. You guys gonna rent any out?
He might make it up by the
Are
time
you
we
looking for a
open
room,
again.
Horace?
I don't need to stay here. I was just curious.
Do you know anything? Do you know the history of this place, Horace?
That's a question he might take a few years to answer.
I mean, you're the neighbor. Like, I'm sure you saw the spooky shit that went down here.
He kind of tilts his head back and he thinks for a really long time.
Real fast to refresh your memory. Do you remember anything about like people running out real
Demons.
scared? Demons or like
At this point, he's
scary
kind of like
beings?
narrowed his eyes and looked up at the ceiling, and he's kind of just, dude, do you guys have? And he's like,
How about some? Hey,
There
Horace,
was a
lettuce,
man.
Horace, lettuce, lettuce.
That's racist.
You're right. It kind of is racist.
God.
This is what he tells you.
That's like talk. Yeah, that's kind of actually. I'm ashamed of my subconscious right now.
And he kind of looks at you guys, just like, There was a family that lived here. Pretty big family. I don't know how long ago. Very nice, though. Very, very nice people.
You know, Tucci, as a DM, you don't have to drag this out.
You do. You do. I like Horace.
I don't like
hear
this
every
amount of
word.
immersion. I don't. I don't like
I
waiting
do.
6 minutes to hear a response.
It was a very nice family.
That's not fair. That's not fair of me to say because I've been taking 16 minutes to start a conversation. I'm sorry.
So, the family was very nice, and right after they left, some elderly man moved in and was very closed off for very many a year. He kind of starts drifting off and thinking about it once again.
Horace,
Right.
Horace, was this place open to the public?
When I was but a tadpole, I was swimming through this
That's
small
a frog.
pond.
What?
Wait, is
Turtles
that
are
actually...
turtles.
You
I don't give a
actually...
shit about fantasy. That's a fucking frog. Okay?
This is what he tells you.
Understand science a little bit.
A turtle
This is
pole.
what he tells you. He's a turtle pole, okay? Don't worry about it.
Why'd you say that? That's not
Whatever.
real. And he took that as a thing.
I don't know what a turtle.
You didn't think about it, and you said tadpole. That's a frog. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Frogs. That doesn't work.
That's what he tells you, and he kind of drifts off into his own. He's just starts to start rambling, and that's kind of all you get out of him at this point in time.
Spooky stories.
I wanted to hear a demonic
spooky stories.
event happen in the past.
Horace is, you don't know how old, and
he's old.
How many things, and he's your neighbor, and you can always talk to him.
He's our neighbor, and we love him. Okay, we love him.
That's just what happened. You happened to get out of him this time.
This is
But
Horace's
he also
table for the night.
gave you
Got
a really
water.
interesting piece of fruit, which might lead you to believe he sells some nice, edible, delicious things that grow back and stuff. I don't know. And as you guys are kind of sitting around talking to Horace, you see Patrius come in. He kind of comes in. He's got a half plate. He's the bald human that was going to challenge
Is this the
anyone to
fighter
a fight.
guy?
He's like,
This is the
Yeah.
fighter guy. Okay. I didn't know his name. Let me write it down. You didn't tell us that last time, I don't think, right?
I don't know if I did. So
Is it spelled like it sounds? Patrius. Patreus.
no, Trius. Patrius.
I'm writing it like I already wrote it.
Whatever, however you say it. Yeah, that's how you say it. He walks in. He's like, oh, kind of looks at him. He's like, guess the party's not quite started yet, right?
It's early, you know. I mean, they're coming.
No.
They're coming.
Wait.
Really not worried
You know
about
what you could do?
We didn't do any.
How are you? I mean, your
advertisement.
acting skills are pretty good, right? You're not like actually fighting these people, or are you actually? You know, we have this actor Edwin. You could go out on the street and have a mock fight. And
But he said he
I
would
don't
do
know,
one fight.
Is that the wrong kind
that's
of
the
attention?
catch with this guy. He said he'd do one fight.
Just one.
He would do one fight. I remember that, and I don't know if Tucci is like what.
Yeah.
He said he would do one fight. I
There's
remember that.
one fight a night, 20 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
And
So
it's
like,
100
what
gold.
good is that? That's like, build
It's-
up excitement for one little spectacle. It's kind of like is it worth it?
Unless
it's not going to
it
last a long time.
Unless it draws.
It could draw betting, but it's not going to last
in.
a long time. Once it's over, it's done. So put it at the end of the night.
How many life or death fights do you want to fight a night? I mean, come on.
I understand that, I guess. But when you're a
Well,
business, that's not a good proposition. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hope that death is not actually an occurrence here. We're trying to rework the image of this bar.
His main thing is he's a duelist as well, right? He also said that he'll fight anyone for 20 gold a pop as well, right?
I didn't.
He'll fight one person a night. He'll like duel one person to the death a night at 100 gold.
Is there a catch here? Is there some kind of like fine print where his duelist thing is his own pocket change?
That's all he really told you about, right?
We should have maybe asked that. I don't know.
He is Patrius. He's a duelist. You found him at the college
and
with
he's
the
a
other
swindler.
People. No. Maybe he's just main swindler. Anyways, he looks at you guys and he's just kind of like not worried about the fact that you guys are talking about the fact the bar's empty. And then he walks over to the bar and he sits down. Speed kind of hustles around the bar. He's like, "What can I get you, Patrius?" And he's like, well, just a beer, man." And then he sits there and he starts drinking a beer. As time goes on, the bar starts to fill with
what race is
a large amount of halflings, right? Because that is the main demographic here in the Embers.
What race is Patrius?
Human.
He's human.
He's a bald human.
Okay.
He's kind of sitting at the bar chilling. He's got a half plate on, and he's got kind of a leather shoulder piece that holds it together. Both pieces on his back.
Gotcha.
He's only got one kind of long, slender sword that hangs on his side. And these halflings kind of come in, and they're just kind of looking around. They're kind of just drinking at first. No true entertainment shows up until a few more moments pass, and the door creaks open, and you see these very short-statured 3 gnomes come in. They're kind of looking around, trying to look for you guys. Kind of hard for them to see over the halflings. So it'd be. They start making their way up to you guys. And like, can you point us towards the place we're supposed to perform? They have a hard time like navigating through what is a jungle of bar stools and stuff. And he kind of like grabs your leg. Like, oh, okay, come on, boys.
That far corner, right?
The small corner. In the small corner.
So they make their way to the area Speed has set up for them. And the place isn't extremely full at this point, but there's enough people there, and they kind of adjust their voices like, everybody, please take a gander at our performance and enjoy, please. And they start looking at each other, right? And they kind of dance, and they start like limbering up a little bit. And one of them hops on top of the other one's head.
Okay.
They start running in a circle, and they jumps back down, and they jumps back on top of the other one's head. And they start. The crowd's kind of looking at them in some disbelief, and one of them's just kind of standing there for a second, right? And he stands there, and he pulls this little tiny, kind of small cylindrical little rune out of his pocket, and he blows into it, and on his two brothers catch on fire. And they're just kind of running around in circles on fire.
Oh my god.
And all the halflings kind of start cheering, yay!
Declan's kind of just like smiling and nodding his head at the fire.
Most of the crowd seems to be pretty excited about these halflings, or these gnomes on fire. It's a pretty appealing shtick for them. They're doing cartwheels and things like that. After a time passes, the one gnome ignites himself, and they're all running in circles around each other and doing kind of synchronized gnome flame gymnastics. And more time passes, and the more classical cleric makes his, or not cleric, bard makes his way back in. Siegfried, I have almost named his name.
Techniques are safe in this establishment.
And he kind of looks at them and he's like, oh, wonderful, they beat me here. In a kind of passive-aggressive type of tone as he walks up to you guys. He's like, I guess I'll just take a seat over here. And the gnomes take a moment and they're doing
Are
their
you
thing.
afraid of the opening? Oh, that doesn't sound like Declan at all. What the fucking hell was that? You afraid of the opening act, man? That's still the Australian thing peeking in.
I mean, I just think it's kind of cheap, lighting yourself on fire. And you can kind of detect a hint of jealousy in Siegfried's voice as he tells you that.
It appeals to the masses.
Gets kind of pompous, like, I suppose if this type of crowd likes it,
followed
it's
opening act, but you
that's
also
their thing.
performed before the
What is your
headliner.
act exactly?
I don't know why I'm doing Australian accent now.
So you guys are sitting at the bar.
Declan is just...
He's blitzed.
As the night goes on, more and more people are coming in. It's drawing a bit more crowd, these three gnomes, and there's a more eclectic group that has poured in. There's a little bit of everybody. It's beginning to become quite a grand opening at this point. And everybody make a perception check.
New dice.
Yay!
Oh yeah,
Don't
new
worry,
dice.
fuck you.
I wonder how many dice you have that you haven't even rolled.
Fuck you. This
You
new
have
dice
so
rolled
many
me a natural
fucking
20.
dice. Wow.
Wow.
Are you sure it's a new dice, or you just pull it out of your bag of fucking 200 dice?
No.
I rolled
A nat
a
20.
8 plus 2, I think.
16.
Ow, dick. So 22.
22.
Plus 3, 11. You know, Declan and perception, it doesn't work.
So Declan and Guts are, much like the rest of the crowd, are pretty enamored with these flaming gnomes that are running around.
As I said, Declan is like, oh, fire.
Right, doing gymnastics. It's pretty interesting. But Florian just kind of happens to peek towards the door and sees it open one more time, and you see Olaf come through the door. The dwarven blacksmith that you guys had told to come from the
Oh, right.
what's it called? The Envoys district.
Right.
Told him he would come check it out. And as he first comes in, he looks at you and he waves, but he appears to be holding the. You see two taller figures come in behind him. He appears to have brought some friends with him.
Like,
And because he rolled so high,
I guess I don't see this. So, never mind.
yeah. Florian notices that the taller one, he's a very familiar face. You can tell that it's Elias. he's brought Elias Silverfang with him. It's obviously one of his friends. And there's a shorter, kind of a half elven looking, shadier looking guy that's
I'm gonna
behind
strangle Mark.
Elias.
I'm gonna strangle Mark. I can't do anything now. I can't do anything now.
You don't know that? You don't know? You do, Florian. You do notice that Elias doesn't
Yeah,
seem
I
to
don't
be
know
to
that because
have.
I don't see him.
He doesn't seem to have any armor on. He seems to be in very casual clothing, and most of the bar doesn't even seem to notice. It's pretty busy right here, and everyone's looking at the flames.
I'm just gonna grab some
Thanks
But with
thanks for letting me know.
and head on over.
Thanks for giving me a heads up.
Howdy, boys.
So you're getting some. You're like calling Speeb over and getting them some beers, and they're making their way over. Olaf looks pretty happy, and Elias is just kind of looking around, eye place. And Olaf jumps up to the bar next to you. He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad to be here. It looks like it's pretty busy. It's nice. You got some pretty interesting entertainment. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it."
well, thank
Olaf
you.
is-
Thank you. I hope this, we are trying
And,
to rebrand the place.
Elias kind of walks up and he puts his hand on Declan's shoulder, and he's like, "Listen, I think we got off on the wrong."
Whose feet are you on?
And when you're kind of confused, like, I mean, my own feet.
What does that mean?
I'm on my own
What does
feet.
that mean? Why did I say that?
I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry that like the first time everyone has to meet me.
Declan kind of realizes who he is, and he's like, "Oh, pardon me, sir. That's quite all right."
No, I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I'm
that
happy
the
he
first
wasn't like
time-
paraplegic and had no legs.
I'm just happy. I'm just
started the
sorry. The
joke.
first time everyone has to meet me is when I have to give that kind of dickhead speech that you all saw. So when
I
Olaf,
understand that you have to show strength and power as you're in a position of power.
right.
What are you doing down here, man? Like,
Well, that's the thing. I thought it was pretty ballsy that you had invited the blacksmith from the guards district to your bar in what is kind of a crime infested neighborhood. I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of that. And as he's talking, people around him are in the bar starting to take notice of him, and they look a little bit uneasy, but no one seems to be leaving at this point. As the gnomes performance seems to be winding down. One of them seems to be turning to some kind of an ember-like things. This kind of an ember-like pattern all over his skin as they stand there and their flames begin to burn out.
That's what we're about down here. That's what we're trying to bring to this place. A little bit of kinship and encouragement to be a little more
right.
friendly,
I've always
upstanding citizen.
Exactly.
Right. And he kind of leans in. He's like, "Look, off the clock. I think that bar that I had to come in and fuck with you guys. I think that place is a shithole, and that guy's an asshole. So I think that if you up here in this,
Declan kind of points to his, his paladin symbol. Hey, that's exactly what I was trying to get at, and I was just trying to. I wasn't trying to cause any trouble. I was just trying to,
Right. Absolutely.
Peek under the covers a little bit,
Not a problem. Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking that it maybe you guys are level-headed and
two
can
hillbillies
maybe
talking to each other. Hell yeah.
and can make some, make some.
I didn't
make
like
this
this
place
guy
a little
before, but
better.
you know what?
Maybe
Around
at
on
end,
the house.
The bottom line is, if I don't have to fly over this place as often, that'll be better for everybody, right? And I'll make that worth your while. I will, because I do have some swing in this place.
I didn't say that. Okay, I'm not saying that in character. I don't want to say that. Not to this guy.
If you can, at least keep this particular establishment lawful, I think that's going to do this entire area a lot of help. At least with your neighbors. I know Horace is a good man. If you help him, that's going to do a lot of good for everyone around here. I mean, this whorehouse next to you. I mean, it's kind of a filthy place, but I know that this guy's not necessarily beating him up or anything. It's a weird deal. You should talk to him. We haven't had to come here too often, but maybe you'll get more business from him or something.
I mean,
It's not within my jurisdiction to, Asher Firewatch allows them to operate. So
baby steps is all I can say so far.
absolutely, I think you guys will be really good for this place. And then he kind of sits back and drinks a beer, and he kind of looks over, and as you guys, Gnome's performance winds down, they're kind of burning and turning into these piles of ashes. And they just almost completely, the flame disappears, and they just completely disappear from the room. And everyone in the audience starts clapping.
I guess we don't have to
They
pay
kind of
them.
look around, confused. And then as you all are looking around, make another perception check.
Oh,
Great.
another new
Declan has
dice.
to make a perception check.
16.
15.
I like one for the crowd.
That's a pretty good perception check for Declan.
What do you got, Nick?
Hold on, I gotta look at my modifier. 12.
12. All right, so
Declan
Declan
didn't make the lowest perception check.
Declan and a couple other people in the crowd are all kind of looking around intently, and most of the people are just kind of in awe. And you kind of spot some movement, and you hear "ta-da!" and the gnomes are up in kind of rafters, or not in the rafters, but they're like kind of looking out between the banisters that upstairs where the rooms are. You know what I mean? The crowd kind of starts clapping again, even more excitingly.
Which
And Siegfried kind of stands up and starts making his way to the stage to perform a more classical bard performance. Do you guys want to do anything? You want to talk to Elias? Olaf and Elias at this point are just starting to throw back beers and talking about I guess what you'd call guard stories or something, you know what I mean? They're talking about flying rocks across the city and things like that.
I don't want to step on this guy's toes too much. To be honest, that's just me. I don't know.
I get that. You guys can do whatever you want. Siegfried begins making his way up to the kind of area where the gnomes were once standing. The dust that once comprised them is blown away.
Do I see? What's the bard guy's name? Did you say his name? No.
Siegfried.
Siegfried. There we go. Do I see him anywhere? Do I have to make a perception?
Oh, you mean the guy that you guys that like walked away when you guys were talking to him?
Was that him?
The guy with the accordion?
No. Like the bard guy is up after the gnomes.
Yeah, he's up
Siegfried,
there.
right? Oh, he's up there right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He's up there and he kind of clears his throat. Like, everyone, please, if you will. There once was a time, long
Edwin,
ago.
take some pointers.
Edwin isn't here right now. Everyone's kind of listening intently. You can kind of tell that the crowd obviously has some sort of respect for this bard. They can tell he's kind of more classically dressed and things like that. And he just begins telling a story. And he tells a story. He starts talking all about the day. He talks about how beautiful it is. And he talks about all these places throughout the land. And then he starts turning into a horror story. He's like, but there was once a time,
What a setting to do it
long
in.
ago.
There
And he
was
begins,
demons
and he begins talking about the areas north of the Embers, where it begins to touch the lands where it begins to become very dark. And he tells this kind of horror story about how these demons live in this darkened place and things like that. And then he finally ends the story by looking at the rest of the crowd and he goes, and there was once a time when it was like that here every single day. And the crowd just kind of busts out in laughter and starts
like
laughing.
Yesterday.
And he starts laughing as if it was sort of a punchline at the end of it. The idea of Knight
Silent.
kind of making the rest of the crowd laugh.
Cute. From somebody who's never had to fight a giant demon before.
Yes, I'm kind of from a border town. That's a little offensive. I mean, it's
I
true.
ate a couple of those yesterday.
Obviously, he's probably not going to hear you guys like laughter and stuff of the crowd. He just continues going on telling stories about the darkness and things like that.
What a fucking weirdo.
You begin to get this idea that the darkness is mostly feared by the general population that lives within the empire, and he's just kind of poking fun at that fear. It seems to be his shtick here. But he continues on, and the night goes kind of drunk, and this kind of big, fat, dumb-looking guy stumbles into Patrius. And he's like, "Hey, easy, man. Take it easy." And this guy looks at him, and he's the kind of guy who's got this really stupid, like, eyebrow that kind of slumps down over his fucking eyes. You know what I mean? You can barely see his irises and shit. He's like, got this big, stupid mustache, and he's bald with the widow's peak. It's like, "You got a problem, man?" And he looks up at him, and he's like, "You got 20 gold?" And this big, stupid guy looks at him and kind of pushes him again. And he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, "You guys have bouncers? Otherwise, it's going to cost you 100 gold for me to kill this guy right now."
Don't kill him.
Okay.
There's no
The guy
killing
starts-
in there.
He's like, "You got 20 gold?" And he starts to pull his sword out. 20
Main
gold. And
Elias is here. You want to take that chance, friend?
Elias just kind of lets out a belch. He's like, "I can't belch on command." And he looks at Patrius, and he's like, "Patrius,
And Declan kind
Don't-
of slowly points at his
do not
paladin.
kill him. Do not kill him.
symbol.
Put it down." I'm like, all right. And then he kind of slams the rest of his beer and he puts it down. He's like, "But I'll pay the 20 gold for you guys to fight. Fight him, Patrius, fight him."
Elias just said this?
Yeah.
This is
Patrius-
Patrius' fight right now.
Right. Well,
Or
it's
this
20
is one of his
gold.
duels, right? Or whatever.
Right. He's just paying for the duel that this guy should pay. He obviously wants to fight Patrius.
Alright, good riddance, bitch.
And Patrius kind of stands up and starts popping his knuckles, and he takes his gloves off.
Patrius just dies instantly. He's just dead.
And this big, kind of stupid, drunk-looking guy, everyone starts looking around, and Elias starts actually making his crowd, and everyone immediately start realizing who Elias is as he like touches people and starts moving them back, like makes a good 2 or 3 feet space away from him, because they just know that who this guy is. And a fight circle immediately starts breaking out, and everyone's kind of jumping up and looking. And Patrius is kind of standing there pompously as this kind of big, dumb, Carl from Aqua Teen. Kind of looks like Carl from Aqua Teen, a little bit, right? He's kind of a big, dumb-looking bastard. And he's kind of looking at Patrius, and he's like, "Oh, man." Or not this guy. He's not this guy's just kind of looking at him and jumping around. And Patrius looks at him, he's like, "Oh, man. You get to fight me for free? What a lucky guy." And this guy kind of takes a swing at him, and Patrius. Let's see how Patrius does here. Let's see. Let's give him a,
Natural 1.
Patrius takes a punch right to the eye. Pop! And it hits him a little bit, and Patrius kind of still looks okay. Like, all right, man.
Kinda.
Patrius, obviously looking a little bit more like a fighter than a bard right now. Takes his own swing at him.
Wait, is this overtaking the Bard's performance right now?
A little bit, yeah. As you can
That
are watching
guy's getting shit all
Declan,
over, dude.
Declan takes notice that the bard is actually like trying to tell his jokes and shit louder now. And in the darkness, there is these big
I
monsters.
feel bad for this guy,
And
dude.
everyone's just like watching this fight happen between Patrius, who's just kind of bobbing and weaving between these guys. And after a few moments go by, this guy goes for one more punch to try to hit Patrius. And he misses. And Patrius finally, after this guy misses, turns down and just picks up this like kind of dust that seems to be on the floor, and he throws it in the guy's eyes. And the guy's like, "Oh, oh!" And then
Cheap.
Patriots pushes him into the crowd, who pushes him back to him, and Patriots just with one fell swoop knocks this big, ugly, stupid-looking
Yeah, 'cause he
Charles
threw
guy
dirt
out
in
on
his
the
eyes.
ground.
What a fucking cheap piece of shit. I don't
And the
respect
crowd
this
kind
guy
of
at all.
cheers.
Fuck the
Oh!
crowd. Declan's not
And Pat-
impressed.
He's
It's
a
not how the
performance
Master
fighter.
Fister performs, okay? He is
Kinda
full
walks-
of pride and
Kind of
glory.
walks over to Elias, and Elias gives him his 20 gold. Good job, Patriots. Another one
Elias is a
down.
piece of shit, too. Fuck people who
Another
throw
one
dirt in
bites
people's
the
eyes.
dust.
Fuck that guy. I'm not hiring
Another
you
one
ever
bites the
again.
dust.
Yeah. Oh. Another one gets blinded by the dust. Fuck you.
Another one bites the dust, bro.
Another one blinks the dust. Fuck you, guy. Fuck
But
that guy.
Patriots makes his way back over to the
He
kind
would have
of
lost to a dumb
surly-looking
fuck
guy.
if he hadn't thrown dirt in his eyes.
He kind of opens, and the guy kind of opens his eyes again. And he looks at him. He's like, "You all right, buddy? You okay? Yeah, you're
Fuck
okay."
I liked Elias for
Patriots-
2 seconds, and now he's an asshole again.
Patriots makes his way back to the bar and begins drinking again. The people in the
I'm
bar
gonna
are kind
fight
of moving
Patriots.
around.
How about that? Let's get Master Fister on a roll. Let's kick his ass. I'm doing it.
Good.
I step in
Let's
and
take
I say,
bets.
I'm fighting him.
You want to fight him to the death, or do
Matt,
you want to fight?
Patriots! You ready, man?
He kind of looks at you, and he's like got a beer in his hand. He's like, "Hold on, hold on."
You take it.
I'm gonna
He slams it down.
yelling out with thaumaturgy about bets.
And at this point, Elias is also getting kind of slugged right now.
Watch Declan just
He's like-
lose.
So is it a sword fight we're after, or maybe I've got a 100 gold package where I'll give you a chance to kill me, but I get a chance to kill you, or we can
You
put
throw
you
dirt
down
in
like
my eyes, pussy.
we can put you down.
Jesus. Damn.
He just kind of looks at you offended, and he's like, "Did you want to set the rules? I'll let you set the rules if you
You gonna cheat?
said
pussy.
cheating." Would you like me to not throw dirt at you? Would you like me to
Like to fight like a man?
perhaps tie an arm behind my back,
Pussy.
or you know?
I don't think this guy likes that word. I don't think he likes being called that.
He kind of winces every time you say it. He's like, maybe you know, maybe we just fight to the death for free or something. You know, he kind of opens his
I'll
eyes
take
up.
that wager.
Okay, Elias, what do you say? Elias is kind of like looking a little slugged right now. He's like, "I'm off duty." He puts his mug down, and
Declan
Patriots
dies here
starts-
now.
Patriots starts clearing a circle in the bar. And he's like, "One more fight for the night," and he pulls his sword out, and everyone kind of looks at it, and they're kind of like, and there's this kind of silence in the room before everyone just kind of explodes in cheering. It's just like, ah! And,
Declan
Patriots
kind of
kinda-
rubs his fingers together towards Florian real fast.
What does that mean?
It means bet. Get betting going now. Get
I
it going
said-
now.
Right.
Robin,
Right, exactly.
I've been-
Patriots
Yeah.
throws his sword into the floor and sticks his hands up, and he's like, "Who wants money on Patriots? Everybody start putting it in!" And a bunch of people start
Declan
swarming
cracks
towards
his neck.
Patriots.
Slowly.
And he kind of backs up towards you, and he like looks at you, and he's like, "You need to start getting your bets, kid. Get your bets."
in this corner,
Take your gold.
Declan, the Master Fister.
That's nothing.
That's it. That's all I got.
Crickets. Those crickets going.
Speed. I mean, there's a lot of bets.
Speed's
there's
the
a lot
only
of-
one's like, yeah!
I mean, there's a lot of betting and people jumping up and down right now, and they're
I mean, you
they're,
probably haven't heard of him, but he's like the champion
they're-
of Storm Spire.
they're all kind of handing money to she's all taking it and trying to keep track of this gambling racket she's running on the fly.
Just taking it
Say-
all. This is all
We
Declan's.
can say Fizzit is helping you for the sake of, me being lazy, and we'll say goblins are greedy. Money or whatever, you know what I mean?
That's racist.
Why?
Racist.
Against
I'm
goblins?
racist. You're racist. Fuck you.
You're racist against goblins? Come on now. If they exist, I'll
Apparently,
apologize.
I'm racist against everybody that I talk about.
Basically.
If I'm racist against goblins, then I'll apologize when they exist. Promise.
How do you know I
Anyways,
don't?
true.
Shut the fuck up.
There's good goblins in the world, okay? Don't worry. I believe that in my heart.
Fizzit is not one of them?
Fizzit is helping you run a gambling scheme right
Racist
now.
against your own creation.
Hey,
I don't
I'm a
know.
good person.
I don't know about good or evil. There's only shades of gray. But you guys are gambling for this fight to the death that Declan has just initiated with Patrius.
Well, yeah.
I ain't scared of this guy. He's a fucking cheap ass bitch. Okay.
So are you gonna fight with your shield and your
Mm-hmm.
maul?
Into the face.
Okay. So a couple minutes past.
You don't have divine smite, do ya? 'Cause I do. Bitch.
Do you say that to him?
No.
No.
I don't want him to be aware of what I can do to him.
Are you just kind of sitting there, like trying to psych him out, like, or getting
Declan
yourself
cracked his
pumped
neck
up?
slowly. He just looks calm.
Okay.
He's not worried. Because he's about to die.
Don't worry, I have spared the dying. You're safe.
It's true. You're not getting spared, bitch.
He's a pretty big money draw, so he.
No, he's dead. Don't revive him. I'll kill you. Who's gonna spare you? Huh?
Whoa!
All right. So a couple minutes pass. Right.
Declan's wrapping his fist. Just, because that's the thing to do when you're in any kind of fight. You
What,
wrap
with
your
fucking
fist with
dish
cloth.
towel?
Yeah. Fidget, come here. Fidget, wrap my fist.
God!
Okay. He starts looking around the bar for like bar rags and shit,
It's like
and
the
starts
first
tying
time
them together.
Fidget's ever talked to me, ever. You
Yeah,
see
you
ya?
just scare the shit out of him.
Little goblin.
A few moments pass, and Patrius finally finishes taking in his bets, and just kind of sets them on a table.
Before
near
Declan
where he's
fights,
promoting.
he kneels and prays.
Okay, make a religion check.
1. No, I didn't roll yet. 12. It's not the best roll in the world.
Okay, you kneel and you kind of trying to find a moment of silence in all this cheering that's going on for a moment, and you do seem to find a connection with Moradin, and you feel at peace, and you'll get inspiration for this, we'll say.
Okay.
And as you do that, Patrius turns back towards you. And he's like, "Well, you ready, son? It's time for the big show."
Declan's
Ready to head?
unresponsive.
Nothing? Huh? Anything? Kind of waves his sword back and forth.
But
Biggest show on earth.
Declan winks at him.
He kind of looks down at you. Make a sleight of hand check for that.
Ooh, it's 15 because -1.
15. As you kind of wink at him, you look up at him, and you can kind of notice that he points his sword at you, and he kind of winks back at you.
Is this just like literally? I was gonna kill this guy, but is this a trick now? Are we gonna coerce the crowd?
Who knows? All you know is his name is Patrius, and he makes his money dueling.
Are we gonna trick the crowd? Are we cheaters? No, I'm killing this guy. Fuck him. He's a dirty bitch, and he lies, cheats. And he's weak. Okay.
Alrighty. Roll initiative. Patrius kind of looks at you and he kind of as after he winks, he kind of like gestures you up with the sword as you're kneeling and you're there.
18 initiative with a negative
18.
1. Because I rolled a 19.
Yeah, 19. So what's your
Tucci's
total?
like-
18?
Yeah.
You got a 17. So you begin the fight as he kind of gestures at you with this sword, and you come up to your fight. You're only 5 feet away from each other. You're basically
Imagine I
within each
one-hit
other's.
this guy. That'd be amazing, but it's not going to happen. Declan immediately cast Divine Smite. Right?
Is that what you do?
Yes, and then that's a bonus action. And I smacked this guy right down the middle, right in his chest,
Right.
with my
So you
maul.
kind of look up towards this guy after you finish your prayer, and you kind of your weapon kind of faintly glows with this orange hue.
What does Divine Smite do? It's been a long time since we've played. Okay.
Roll to hit.
What is it? 16.
16 does not hit.
God damn.
You come down, you kind of swerve towards him with your hammer and come with this upward swing. And he just kind of casually ducks out of the way and kind of parries the hammer away, or the maul away with the sword. And the crowd kind of gasps every time you guys make a movement towards each other, as they know each blow could be fatal.
Yeah, this is the next
Go
6
ahead.
sessions. Strap in.
He kind of
Now
turns
we're going
around
to.
and he kind of turns around after the graceful parry and goes for a slash of his own. And that's a 7, so that probably doesn't hit.
No.
And he kind of completely misses, but he kind of twirls around and makes it look kind of whimsical as he does. And it is your turn once more.
Declan is just going to go for another hit.
Okie dokie.
Regular old hit. Ooh. 26. I think hits that guy.
26 definitely hits.
Of course, I roll this after I rolled Divine Smite. So 10 points of damage for that attack. And then I will shield bash this son of a bitch. And it does not hit with an 11. 10 points of damage.
Does not. You do 10 points of damage there with your maul. You kind of smack him in the. How do you hit him? You hit him in the face.
His left shoulder, just kind of
Kind of hit him in the shoulder,
side.
and you kind of knock him down, almost knock out of socket. And he looks at you kind of mad, and he kind of like gives you this irritated wink again. He's like,
"Oh, you want to play now,
And
asshole?"
he gets
I'm gonna
ready.
throw
He
dirt
kind
in
of
your
like
face and knock it off.
he kind of like gets in a better
Declan's
posture.
a bad paladin.
And he goes for another attack. That's a 15 plus 5, so a 19.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits. Yeah, by over 1. Yeah.
He gracefully comes up with his sword and goes down. You put your shield up, and he kind of feints and turns around and slashes into the middle of your kind of where your half plate doesn't show, and it creates this really nasty looking gouge where this blood starts pouring out of it. And you take 1 point of damage.
Okay, that's okay.
but it looks extremely grievous. The crowd is kind of gasping and is like, in fact, everybody else make a perception check. It doesn't seem to hurt you very much, sir.
Dude, I had a
1 point of damage.
Fuck! Bro, I had a fuck! I had a
22.
No, dude. I just realized I had a fucking inspiration I could have used. Okay.
22. Okay, so
What'd you roll?
What'd you roll, Florian?
Fucking that one.
So you are immediately you're watching this and you're just immediately like, holy shit, Declan's gonna die. It looks like he was just cut like nearly disemboweled.
Bet
right?
on Patrius! Bet on him!
And everyone on Patrius' side of the crowd is just going fucking insane right now. And they're kind of cheering, and Patrius kind of looking at him, egging him on, lifting his sword up.
With his namesake, knows that this was not a fatal injury.
Right, right. Guts, however, standing kind of taller above the crowd, looks down, and more than anything, being a half-orc like himself, he kind of notices that your reaction doesn't seem very genuine for someone who's been so fatally injured, right? It's not so often that a half-orc would be so gravely gashed like this, right? They're more typically a tougher species. But the crowd's going wild, and this is your turn.
Makes sense. I mean, Florian isn't very intelligent. Doesn't know shit.
She rolled a natural one. She's just watching a fight to the death.
Blood. He's dead.
No one else knows the better.
He's bleeding.
Right?
He must be dead. Oh no! I've never seen blood before.
Only the people that fight Patrius this way would know. What's going on here? Right? Everyone
hired
else
this guy to kill this guy because it's legal this way. And I'm evil. Chaotic
what
evil.
What do you do? It is your
Not
turn.
like
dude.
lawful evil?
Yeah, I guess that's lawful evil. So just go out and murder him. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna get away with it.
You do whatever you want, brother. But this guy is a professional.
No, he's actually an evil bitch. And he doesn't like to tell people that because he's lawful evil.
Who puts evil bitch on the resume?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He does it because he can't get away with it. So he's like, you know what? I'm a good guy, and I'm gonna be I'm an artist. Hire me. No, you're dead. Going to hell.
So, are you attacking him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you attacking him?
Make your attack roll.
Same thing. With divine smite again. What?
Florian and Guts, did you guys make any bets on this fight roll? You want to put anything down?
I'm just watching.
I'm not gonna bet on my best friend. No.
I mean, I really fucked up by not telling you earlier. You want to put any money down?
I mean, Florian would have bet on Dex.
So it cuts.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have?
Would have.
Oh yeah, how much?
50.
Because we fought some crazy stuff. This is just a dude.
Yeah, and I'm always the one that takes the damage. Somehow. So I'm probably gonna die. You guys are gonna be out money, and I'm dead. I cast Divine Smite once more.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the same die again. That rolled off my desk. That's good.
Did you do it?
Best inspiration ever. Best inspiration ever.
Did you get that natty, dude?
Okay, I'm not moving it.
Hell yeah,
do you guys see that? It's blurry as hell, but you can tell that it's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
So, how much
Dead!
damage did you do here?
You're dead! Already did 10 points of damage to you. I'm just happy I didn't die. That's really all it is. Kill me do my regular damage first. Oh my fucking god, maxes out the ass. That's 13 plus. Plus dead.
Oh my god, it's getting
Okay.
cold as fuck in my house.
34 points of damage.
34 points of damage.
Bye.
How do you
Asshole.
want to do this?
You actually don't kill him.
I'm gonna wave. Just hang on, okay? I don't know. I don't have many puns on hand for this guy because he's a dick.
Just say another one bites the dust.
That's what I was gonna say, but that's cliche and already been said 6 times, so I don't know what to say. See ya, asshole.
That's so much
And
better.
this baseball home run his head off, but not off. Right?
Okay.
It's just not,
It's like
you know,
both
just like a
off.
slow motion, like, and he, face plants on the floor, dying.
He just kind of turns his head to the right and he kind of
I
stumbles
hit him
back
to the
and looks at
left,
you.
and his head turns to the right. That's how hard I hit him.
What do you do now?
As he slams his head on the ground, I just say, Lorian, spare the dying.
Guess I'll run over there. Oh my god.
As you run over to him and put your hands on him, he kind of looks at you and rolls his eyes. And he kind of closes them and he kind of completely disappears into the pile of dust.
What?
And there's this kind of pile of gold on the ground. Or not this pile of gold, but there's this leather satchel sitting on the ground that you heavily suspect is filled with gold.
What is this? What the fuck is happening right now?
Declan, you literally just obliterated him. You fucking.
I didn't. You touched him last. Look at me. That wasn't me.
Everyone in the audience,
Dust, bro.
everyone in the crowd is kind of looking at each other and like looking
Fair's
at
fair.
faces. They're like not quite. They're not quite. Let's see what they're thinking.
I don't like this. Now I look like a actual asshole. I
The
disintegrated.
crowd is just kind of very bewildered and drunk, looking around.
Yeah, me
and
too.
Elias kind of looks down at the satchel on the ground. He's like,
Oh great, I get to go to prison now.
He just starts laughing.
Declan's just laughing too.
I feel like this is that scene in Evil Dead with the fucking
Kind of,
and
yeah.
shit.
He just kind of looks at it and he's just laughing harder and harder. He's like, he picks up the fucking satchel and he looks at Declan and he's like, I think this belongs to you. And he slaps the satchel in your hand.
Oh. Yeah.
And as you open it, you open it and you realize there's 100 gold in this satchel.
The fuck?
And everyone at this time is getting kind of estranged. They're not really they're not really sure who is going to take care of Patrice's gold. Everyone else make a perception check with disadvantage, as everyone is kind of starting to get murmur around and get you sense this air of
Fucking really? Another natural one.
wow.
6.
6. What do you got, Declan?
Oh, I'm supposed to do this too. What is this roll?
Perception check.
Declan, make a perception check. Under 5. 19.
19.
Woo!
It's a disadvantage, though. I have to tell you that. Everyone else made it a disadvantage. I know that feels like a dick move, but I said that at the
Fucking
beginning.
asshole, dude. Oh, you 13.
Because everyone is panicking and kind of 13. All right, so you are kind of like relishing in what has happened, and you're just still kind of looking down at the dust. But it kind of dawns on you too that you're like, wait a minute, there's something kind of going on over here. And as you make
Yeah,
your
something.
way over to the table where Patrius had taken all his bets and stashed all of his gold, you look at the table and it is completely empty. And right about this time, the rest of the bar is seeing that too. And they are
Do I have to kill you again?
not seeing hard
Do
enough.
I have to kill you again? You
So
dirty motherfucker.
you guys get to make one more perception check right here. This time without disadvantage.
It's like that apple, Declan.
Bitch. What did that apple do?
16. It never.
Ooh, 21,
16?
motherfucker. Where you at? Where are
21?
you?
God,
That's what do you got?
up.
Guts.
Declan sees a bad guy, and he sees the fucking bad guy. Where are you? I knew you're bad. That's why
Are
I
you there,
killed
Nick?
you.
14.
14. Okay, so
Tucci,
Florian.
do you want to make me kill this guy twice?
So
Is that what you're
Florian
after?
and Guts. All you really see is you're kind of looking for the same thing, like what happened, where did the gold go? And all you see is the door kind of closing. But Declan, you managed to, because you're at the table sooner than them and kind of understand what's happening faster, you managed to see this kind of figure dart out and through the crowd and managed to make its way out through the tavern's door.
Declan follows.
Okay.
Real quick, I think I want to cast. Should I? I don't know. It's not gonna do anything, I think. Let me see. This might be important. I don't know, 'cause I'm not a pro. Yeah. No, never mind. It sucks. I'll try to
So what do you
follow
want
this
to do?
guy.
Okay.
He's gone. He's
So
already gone.
right. So do you want to make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to get through this crowd of people that is now panicking about their gold?
I wonder what I'm gonna do. Considering I have a -1 in acrobatics, I'm gonna do that. Not.
You guys also kind of get the idea that this person's escaped the door. Do you want to pursue him or?
Athletics, Declan sprinting full speed towards the piece of shit.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet. 18.
18. So you kind of shove these fucking people out of the way. They're kind of falling left and right. And as they're standing up, they're kind of looking even more pissed off. And they're kind of shoving other people back and forth. And they're kind of starting to get a little bit violent inside this bar at this point in time. Things are kind of getting a little bit more heated. But at this point, you actually finally make it to the door. About good 15 seconds or so after you saw the
He's
person
gone. He's
make your way out.
literally gone.
But you make your way.
I cast disguise self as tree. He's gone. I think he's a tree. It's done.
Okay, so you make your way outside, and there's a handful of people just kind of walking around. Make a perception check to see if you notice anything.
Fuck you. You know that last perception check? It was the best perception check I'll ever have in my life. That's it. That's it. It's done.
Hey, there's a lot of investigation and
9.
looking for shit.
It's 9.
9.
It's done. He's gone. He's a tree.
Are you also?
He's
are
not
you
even
also
a tree.
out there?
He's like a leaf. In a pile of leaves. He's gone.
You do in fact realize that he is gone.
Yeah.
You stand out here in the realization that You are 100 gold richer, but
And
there is
also,
a
18,000 gold.
there is
debt.
also
No one's coming back to this bar ever.
There's also a angry crowd beginning to form inside your bar. What do you do?
I'm
I kill
still in
myself.
there.
I kill myself. I'm done.
You just walked into that little pond in front of your inn. Well,
See ya.
That was quite the show. I'm pretty sure, you guys, that is part of Page's gig. He's fine.
He swindled us. I kind of swindled him because I kicked his fucking ass.
some guy kind of comes up to you and he kind of looks at you and he's like, he kind of looks at you and he's like, I bet 200 gold on Patrius. Where'd the money go? Where's the gold? I'll make an intimidation check to see.
Am I scared of this guy? Am I scared of this guy? I just turned Patriot to.
Everyone else just roll a charisma check. We'll just roll it against my roll.
16.
16. You're not afraid.
20.
You're not afraid.
18.
None of you guys are very afraid of this angry customer.
Afraid.
Yeah, he's too drunk. He's just kind of, one of these. There's a lot of angry people in here, and this guy is particularly one of the meaner looking ones.
Kind of pat him on the shoulder. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Free drink for whoever bet on Patriot.
You, Florian, did collect a large sum of gold, because you had collected all the bets that were on your side of the aisle, and people haven't quite got around to realizing that it's you yet.
Free drink.
So what do you want to do?
I say, free drinks.
Not
on
drinks.
The house.
Not
free
plural.
Free
plural.
drink for whoever. For everyone,
whoever.
Yeah. Make it
that
fair.
sounds like one person.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys both want to make a check, or do you want to make one of you want to make a check with advantage?
For making a speech?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how this new buddy system type thing is working. If you guys work together, you get advantage, right? But only one of you can do it. Or you can make separate checks.
What did you roll?
We
You
didn't
want to do this
roll.
with advantage or without? One single roll. What did you roll?
We didn't roll for anything yet.
Oh, this is again?
Yeah, you're just rolling a charisma.
I mean, with advantage sounds good. Double roll with advantage?
No, it's either you both roll or one of you gets
One with
advantage.
advantage. I see. Well,
I don't know. Are you helping me? That's up to you.
I feel like as an outside party, you might have more influence. Well, I don't know, because I kicked his ass. I don't know.
You could be scooping up that nice shiny gold.
Florian, you just make a
Go ahead.
Persuasion check for you.
I'm not rolling. I made enough good rolls tonight. I'll probably roll bad. But not as bad as you just rolled. It's with advantage, right?
Yeah.
So roll again.
15.
With advantage.
Roll again. 19.
19. So the crowd, what did you say to them again?
I said
free gold
free
to whoever.
drinks.
Or free drinks
Free drink on the house.
You know what I just said sounds better. Free gold for whoever.
A lot of the crowd seems to be pretty interested in this, but and they all seem to rush towards the bar. And Speeb is doing his very fucking best to start doling out these free drinks as fast as he can. But a large number,
You know who can help pour the drinks?
Crowd are still
Zagal.
Horace.
And Icarus. Force.
They are just trying to quell this crowd right now. That is moments ago pretty tame and more excited rather than they too were watching the fights. We could say. So, what do you guys want to do as this crowd? Some of it becomes more docile, and some of it still seems a bit prone to anger.
I don't know what the fuck to do now. The
This time,
fuck
Elias.
do you do after a guy swindles you and disappears
Well, I
in
mean,
the thin
we-
air?
Elias
We
kind
could-
of belches and starts stumbling towards you guys, and he kind of bounces off. Declan's like,
Hey, I was like
"Ugh."
that 20 minutes ago.
We
And he
could
kinda-
just divvy up.
and he bounces off one of the more angry bar goers, and the guy kind of turns and grabs Elias and gets ready to punch him in the face, and the guy's eyes get really big as he realizes who he is, and Elias just kind of laughs like, and the guy lets
He
go
laughs
of him,
like
and
Seth
Elias
Rogen. What the fuck?
continues stumbling towards the
How did
door
you do
that
that?
lets him out of the inn.
Okay. I don't like to give away my money. I feel like maybe we should be divvying all this gold we just won just as a peace offering so that people actually want to come back to this bar. Like just equally divided out
Declan looks
and be
kind
like,
of
hey,
sad for a moment. And the
I
next
mean,
moment,
everybody saw you kick
that
his
100
ass.
gold
Declan.
he had taken off of, you know, the dust corpse. He just tosses it into the air.
Oh no,
100
don't do
gold into
that.
the air. 100 gold
100
into the air.
gold.
You just have a bunch of drunk assholes fighting over
Uh,
gold.
Okay, let's give
Tying
this
it back
deal,
into session 3. Okay. Gold everywhere. Shiny
so-
objects in the air with the crowd.
a lot of the angry drunken people begin picking them up, and at first they seem happy, but they start taking them from each other. They start punching each other in the face. And they begin to break out in this fist fight, and people
This
from
is
the
a
bar become
time
getting
for
rowdy, and they start
thaumaturgy,
running.
and you say something now.
Now you clean up my mess.
Right now.
Say, hey.
Louder.
I'm being loud, okay? So loud right now.
Louder.
Fuck. Louder. What do I say? Okay, how much gold did we make?
100. Oh.
We'll say you had it on this small table that was kind of behind the bar, right? And there's roughly what you can eyeball about 1,000 gold. It's kind of stacked up neatly on this table that you had taken in for bets.
We're going to say, come. We know that a bad thing has happened. We want to make it right, so we're giving you a free drink. We're going to split up this
Free
evenly,
drink.
and
Free.
we want to see you back here tomorrow. We would like to make the customers happy.
Okay.
Give you a free.
Make a
Free.
persuasion. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because
What does that mean?
they're all fighting each other,
also,
and that's
what
a
the
really long.
I know you're
message.
pissed off, but come back
Free
tomorrow.
gold and drinks.
I know you're really mad, and you're drunk, and you're stealing. But come back tomorrow.
So what do you
It's
got?
good
What do you think I
persuasion
got?
attempt.
You got that natural one.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 100 gold loss. Thank you.
So you shout that out, and legitimately all they hear is free beer and free gold.
Tomorrow,
And everyone
come back.
Everyone that was once fighting in this kind of mosh pit of fights just kind of starts swarming towards the bar and jumping over it towards the pile of gold that is sitting behind.
You guys.
Guess what?
And
Elias won't be here tomorrow because he's fucked up and he's gonna have a hangover. Even less law. Come back.
One fairly predictable things happens next. They all start fighting each other and beating the holy shit out of each other.
See ya, Speeve.
And extremely innocent bystanders like
I
Speed
quit.
and Fizzit begin getting their ass kicked in the bars, just doom by angry patrons that are thumping on them hard. Sigrid is making his way towards the door.
Wait a minute. Are people punching Speeve and Fizzit?
They are. In
They're
fact,
dead.
in this all-out
I'm
brawl.
fighting
They're
him.
punching.
I'm
they're punching
attacking
through
those
the-
assholes.
No, I'm gonna cast.
I
hold
rip my
person.
shirt open like Superman, and they see my paladin symbol, and they better back the fuck up. Okay.
Okay.
Elias.
Go ahead and
And I
roll
just
an
yell,
attack
stop
with
it.
advantage. Go ahead and
Back.
roll an attack with advantage since
Don't touch
they got their backs turned to you. One of them is like holding speed, and the other one is like punching speed in the stomach, like schoolyard style.
I'm not
That's so
gonna I'm not
lame.
gonna attack them with like weapon, just fist.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
What is that? 16. It's not great. It's probably great enough though. Maybe.
16 total.
Yeah.
And you're only attacking one of them. Do you have a bonus action? Do you want to attack the other one?
There's two guys.
Mm-hmm. One's holding him. One's punching him.
I mean,
They have
do I
advantage.
hit the one?
Yeah.
I mean, does bonus action do anything with unarmed?
Yeah, you just don't
Does.
get proficient. Oh, with bonus. Oh, yeah, you're right. How much damage do you do to this guy?
Well, it's fucking unarmed do. Like a D6 or something. Yeah. Oh. I knocked a piece of your beard off. I'm sorry. 3 points of damage. Oh, sorry. You have less freckles now.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Which one do you punch? The one holding him or the
Oh, the one punching him.
one punching him?
Yeah.
You walk up, and this guy doesn't notice you, and you just punch him in the back of the head as hard as you can, and he immediately falls to the ground. And the guy holding him didn't really notice you because he was standing there, and he's just kind of looking at you. He's like, what do?
You knocked him out?
You knocked him out. You punched him in the back of the head.
I wink at him. Just wink at him.
You wink at who? The other guy?
Yeah. If any way possible, angrily. If you could wink angrily.
He just gets really scared. He just gets kind of
It
scared.
kind of just
and
looks like an
starts-
angry face, but you twitch.
He starts backing up, and you kind of lose him in the crowd as he starts, you assume, making his way out of this large brawl. He's obviously not a very big man that was picking on speed, but other people are starting to make their way around the bar to attack him.
What the fuck are you eating?
A donut. Mini donuts. Covered in wax chocolate. It's terrible.
Why don't you get the coconut one, you monster?
Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. I
Best.
regret it.
You get a Yoo-Hoo and you get those coconut ones, and that's the best life you've ever lived. For 5 minutes. A Yoo-Hoo and coconut donuts, dude.
I've never even lived it, dude, and here I am.
I'm telling you, dude. I don't
Trying
even
to
like
create my own
Yoo-Hoo. That's the
world.
only time I ever drink Yoo-Hoo in my life is when you get those like.
So you guys
coconut
have a
covered
full-on bar room blitz going out in your brand new
Bar
inn.
room blitz.
Everybody make one more perception check.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that's my favorite line, right? One more.
Make a perception check, Declan.
I just want you to see things.
I got
and
a
don't want you to-
7. How about that, huh?
13.
I got a 7. How's a 7
7?
do?
What
What's
do
a
you got,
7
Nick?
seed, Daniel?
What do you got, Nick?
13.
13.
13 plus 7's a 20. How about that?
Florian, what do you got?
19.
Okay. So, Declan and
Declan's focused on punching
Guts,
the dickhead in the back.
you guys
of the head.
are pretty orcish and lawful in nature, in some sense. Not lawful in nature, but
Chaotic later.
you don't really recognize, like Florian does, that a lot of the bar people in here that are just fighting each other do seem to be enjoying the time they're having at the bar right now. They're all fighting and drinking, and you see two people in the bar that are just punching each other and laughing and shit.
I'm scared
It's kind of a
Elias
chaos.
is gonna wake up tomorrow and he's gonna be like,
One thing is
"Fuck was that?"
most
Close that
certain
place
this is a
down.
very this is a very chaotic environment. So, considering most of you guys are chaotically aligned, should be pretty.
Welcome
Actually,
to the edge of Oasis.
but having knocked out one guy and scared the other one away, many of the
Quench your
crowd
thirst at the edge of Oasis.
soon starting to realize the people that shouldn't be fucked with and who should. As Icarus lights up flames in his hands to kind of scare people away and kind of brings order and starts guiding people back away and towards the exit. And just as they do, you start hearing this faint laughter again. As Elias walks in and he comes in through the door, he just kind of fucking sits back up against the door right now and you hear this.
Did he drink
and
the
these,
black stuff?
And these four guys. And these four guys.
Is this what Johnny's character did for off session? Is this what happened?
these four armed guards in pretty heavily clad armor come in the room. They're obviously Sarthotanian guardsmen, very similar to the ones that came in the very first situation. They were looking for you. And everyone kind of immediately looks at them, but they continue fighting. They kind of slam their spears twice. And they all kind of look at each other, and they look really scared. And Elias kind of, whew, okay. Everybody who doesn't have a room here needs to get the hell out. We're done fighting for tonight, okay? And all the people look kind of mad at Elias. He's like, no. You're in this part of town. You bet on a show. You're not getting any fucking gold back, okay? If you wanted your gold, you should have beat up that guy. And he points at Declan, and not that guy. And he points, and then he points, and then he points at Speed. He's like, okay, you beat up that guy. Points at Speed again. I'm not gonna help you with shit, okay? I don't care about your fucking gold if you beat up that guy, okay? You should have tried to beat up one of the other people that may have screwed you. That guy's just a beer guy. So, good night, everybody. Get the fuck out of this place. And a lot of people look kind of scared, and they start kind of like marching past the Sarthotanian guards to kind of eyeball down at them as they kind of weave between them.
As they're walking out, I'm going to use Thaumaturgy and say, come back tomorrow night for Edge of Oasis.
Let us know if you see any dust.
Organized fight
guys,
club.
Anywhere. You guys see any dust around? You let us know.
And Elias kind of stumbles over to you and he's like, look, that's just kind of Patrice's spiel. I mean,
yeah, you know who he is. You let that shit happen. You saw
you're lucky
that coming.
You're lucky to get more than 20 gold out of it. I thought you were real lucky. I thought you were real lucky when you got 100. And I mean, I don't know what you got over there.
We could actually just set up a
fight.
It's
like a loot box.
I just said. These people seem like, to like the fight.
Paid to beat my ass and get a loot box. RNG drop.
So does anyone here remember what Patrice looks like?
No.
He's a bald
human. That's all I remember.
He's a bald human.
He's Vin Diesel.
Did you hear anything I said, like, at all?
Okay, is he more Vin Diesel or more The Rock? Let me know.
He is a Bruce Willis.
He's Bruce Willis.
Guy.
I'm happy I kicked his ass.
What did you say, Florian? I'm sorry.
I said we could just set up a fucking fight club.
Yeah.
These people.
I did hear you. I did hear you shout that to the crowd.
Are you telling me?
As you do, Elias kind of seems to take notice of you, and he kind of shakes his head, and he's like, "Good luck with this place, y'all. I appreciate you inviting me."
Telling me I get to be Edward Norton and Brad Pitt?
Tailing guards.
Yeah.
I am both of those characters.
Oh my god!
But are you telling me Tucci's David Fincher?
These people can beat each other up, and we can still make money off of them. Maybe.
If you're gonna do, I forgot his name already. If you're gonna do Patrice's job, you can do what you just did. And as you guys are conversing amongst each other, Elias walks out, and a few of the guests make their way up to the bedrooms that are open. They're not occupied by you guys. There's only about 2 bedrooms open, but you see about 4 guests make their way up there.
Orgy.
2 per room.
2 perverts in a room
Not
together.
not quite
each.
not quite an orgy, okay?
Yeah, it requires 3 at least, I guess. Yeah. 2 partners per room.
I don't know.
How
I'll
do you
look
want
in
me to
the
phrase
Dungeon
this,
Master's
Tucci?
Guide.
There's people fucking and are in. Okay? Wash the sheets tomorrow, Speeve.
All four of them are halflings. And they're fucking. That's true. I ain't gonna make you roll to find that out. Because you guys are
What
gonna
happens
sleep
if
in
I
this
do?
place. You guys are gonna sleep in this place tonight, and you're gonna know. Because they were
Awesome.
drunk, and they fought.
I'm sleeping
they're
in the
halflings.
basement again.
So as things are dying down, and Speed kind of walks up to deck and is like, that was really crazy night, right? I don't know.
What's
I
my
don't know
name?
if I can get hit all that time again.
What's my name?
Declan.
Who saved your life?
The Master
Don't,
Fister.
don't do that.
He looks at you kind of confused. The Master Fister?
This wasn't an it. Okay, it's real now. Okay. Okay. No. What's fuck? Pause. Reading. Please.
What the fuck are you doing?
Please let me read. Ooh. No,
What are you?
not Master Fister.
What are you? What are you? That
Moradin.
voice.
Moradin.
Okay.
Not Declan. Not Florian. Not Guts. Not Master Fister. Why do I sound like this? Moradin. Moradin saved your life.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Moradin. Pray.
Definitely will. We're definitely gonna need him around here if we keep going about like this. He kind of walks back behind the counter. He's like, but it was a pretty good night. And he kind of pulls this box out, and he kind of pulls out on the table. And he's got this really big bag of
And he starts
silver.
dancing like a Russian.
He's got roughly 600 silver in this bag.
600 silver? It's like 6
Yeah.
gold. It's like 6 gold. What's that?
Every 10 silver goes to
Tucci,
1 gold.
you realize? Okay,
That's like,
this is groundbreaking because you realize this is the first time you haven't used gold
I know. And I feel
ever.
bad for that. If any of you guys want to
Because
break a
this seems
gold
like
into
this seems
10
like
silver, you can do
nothing.
that.
This seems like I just threw 100 gold in the air to strangers, and you told me we made 600 silver.
Right.
And we just also gave like 1,000 away.
You also no, you got didn't you get?
Oh,
you
cool,
kept the
Speeve.
1,000, right?
We made 6 gold. We also lost 1,100 gold, asshole.
well, you guys,
I should let you get your ass kicked.
Patrius made off with all of the gold that he won.
All right.
Yeah.
Who won more?
And
Though?
before anyone could get to
Who
the
won
gold,
more?
Who won more? Patrius. Everyone bet on Patrius.
Mm-hmm.
He got away with.
Exactly.
He got away with who knows how much gold.
And who beat Patrius?
But you beat the shit out of the guys that were trying to get to the gold.
Negative gold now?
So you guys kept 100% of the betting money.
I kept
that you took
100% of the
in.
gold that I didn't make.
You kept
Except
100%
I didn't.
of the gold
So I
that was
made
bet
negative
on
gold.
So the party or the inn or however you want to look at it.
All I'm seeing right now is negatives.
Made 985
I made negative
gold.
I made negative progress. I look worse than I did. I kicked a guy's ass that wasn't even real, I guess.
The party consists of
I lost 1 health. That's a negative. I don't know how to look at this. I should have killed myself when I was outside, I guess.
Well, the party made almost 1,000 gold.
Right.
Divided up.
And Florian was like, Come back tomorrow. We'll do it again.
Oh, you left me to clean up your fucking mess.
Oh.
Yeah, you wanted to fight.
No, this was after I kicked his ass.
You wanted to
Flew
fight
the
fate
gold
for
in the air and
this.
thought she'd be like, "Oh, let's make a thing happen. Come back tomorrow and I'll give you more gold."
Well, before that
Oh,
happened, the
I did
guards
the gold.
basically came in.
I
So what do you guys want to do now? As the dust has settled and
don't even know how to find this guy ever again in my life.
I want
as
to
the dust settles,
and in for
Thing to
real
say.
life sleep.
What a thing to say as the dust settles. After I turn the guy to
as
dust.
as the dust settles, Siegfried comes back into the door as well as the three gnomes,
Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump,
and
bump,
they kind
ba-dum,
of look up at you,
bump,
kind
bump, bump.
of hopefully, and they're kind of like, well, it was a
You
weird
hear that,
performance,
like,
but
reverberating outside?
they kind of look at you hopefully, and they're like,
Bump,
do you?
bump, bump,
Which
bump,
one of
bump,
us do you want?
bump, bump, bump.
Which one of you can cover Queen the best?
Tucci probably. He's the only person that can sing. I don't know how Nick can sing. I don't know.
What about
Nick is probably
I mean,
Nick is probably off
give
his
us your
computer right now,
best
sleeping because he's like, "What the
rendition
fuck
of
is happening?"
Bohemian Rhapsody.
What?
We only play Queen in the establishment.
Siegfried kind of looks at you guys and he's kind of
Dick.
in disbelief. He's like,
You know what I want to
don't
know? You know what? Who I'm gonna
think-
talk to
God.
right now? I don't care, DM. Where the fuck is Ed, and what did he attribute to anything? Fuck that
Who?
Hand him
fat
off.
fuck,
Who?
Edwin. The fuck did
Edwin?
he do? This fucking fucking bullshit.
Edwin never came back. You scared him away.
What are you talking about?
slapped-
Scared him away. And
You slapped him
he
in
ran
the
away?
face. You slapped him in the face, and then you intimidated him, and now he's gone.
to perform.
You were a little.
Because-
I said not mean.
because-
It was kind of like to
because he
motivate him.
was
Hey, man.
fat. He's a
Be
very
good.
fat,
Don't be
insecure
garbage.
bard.
There's a story, and you're play a part in it, and listen to me. Flipping through pages. There's a verse, and no one, everyone's tuned
my
out.
God.
Everyone's
Everyone's gone.
I wish I could tune you out right now.
That's what that guy was. That's why I slapped him.
Oh, I wish I could slap you.
I'm portraying the role well. That was him. That was what I heard. I slapped
Siegfried
him.
kind of looks at you guys and he's like, I'm not really sure this is the kind of bar for me. I'm not really sure this is the establishment for me. It was really fun. I'm glad I could perform here on your guys' opening night. And he kind of gives a very gracious and respectful bow.
Florian, what do you say? Come back tomorrow?
I think I'll let you.
Crickets chirping.
You go for this one.
He kind of looks at me. He's like, I must respectfully decline. I'm going to take my leave now. And he kind of waves his hand like this and starts making his way to the door.
I was rooting for you the whole time.
Thank you for listening to my tales. And he begins walking out of the door. The gnome's looking in there like, we'll perform here maybe once a week if you guys want. You know,
Cool.
you guys interested?
Buzz
Maybe
Mike, you're fired.
maybe every 3 days or so we'll come in,
You're
do the old
fired.
show.
You're fired. How do you even do it, Donald Trump? I can't do it.
Yep.
Do it.
The little gnome kind of walks up to you, and they kind of in a line reach up and try to shake your hand. They kind of walk up, and in this weird kind of like after a baseball game, little tiny line walk by you guys shaking your hands. And they make their way out of the bar.
I kiss each of their hands.
Oh,
Like they're royalty.
gracious, Paladin. Thank you. We'll be back Let me see you in the future. And they take off, presumably back to the artificer's
Aaron, did you take
college.
all the rollers out of your hair?
Obviously.
She sent me a picture. She had rollers in her hair to sleep in like 10
I
minutes
was
before
I
we
was
got on.
literally in bed.
That's
Fuck
funny.
you.
So, I think that is where we will end tonight's session. With the
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
unless you guys want to do something else right now.
I think this is good.
I just feel like nothing happened and it's all my fault because I did a 2-hour sidetrack of nothing. I'm sorry.
I thought we would do more than just the grand opening, but I also got a lot more out of it than I thought we would.
Did you?
I didn't
Why
think.
this always happened to us? We tried.
Well,
This time it's my fault.
I always
Completely.
plan
100%.
I always plan
Well,
like these separate ideas that
90%.
end up
10%
bleeding into
is
each other.
2 parties didn't show up to play in the
And a
first
nice
place.
natural one.
Right.
But
So
I just
we might
flew
think about
off the handle.
picking up some randos off the internet.
I want to.
What do you get? Yeah,
Let's
Michael wants to.
Okay, okay. Well, let's talk about it after I stop the recording.
Okay, sure.
Let's do that. You want to do that? Everybody
Alright,
say, see you later.
Goodbye, everybody.